What's up, everyone?
What's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday night. Yes, I know we're a couple minutes behind here, but I appreciate everyone's patience. It's been a heck of a day. It's been a heck of a week, but here we are. Josh and I are ready to hit the ground running and talk about everything that's happened this week. And we've actually got quite a bit of news to run through and cover for you guys. Vince will be joining us in just a few minutes, hopefully. So sit tight and we'll have the third member of PFO on with us shortly. But in the meantime, we already got some fantastic people here in the chat with us. So guys, welcome in. Please smash that like button on whatever device or TV screen you happen to be watching tonight's stream on. We have Anna here. I know about the 3 minutes late. I know. Sam
Randy
is
won
here.
the pool. Right, Randy won the pool.
Yeah, Randy won the spot. There you go, Randy. Gator's in the building. Dave is here. Magma's in the house. Who else is here? Susan is here. The Lost. Yes, we will definitely discuss that. I have a good reason as to why there was no soda video today, but we'll discuss that very briefly. Everything under the umbrella is here. What is going on? Bridget's in the house. Monster Pete is in the building. Jeremy Knapp is here. Wayne is here. So many fantastic faces here in the crowd. Guys, remember, if you are a channel member, you got your one free super chat that you can activate here and use to show off how many months that you've been a member of the channel. What's up, Corey? The Watcher is here. What's going on, Tina? All right, so I guess I will jump right into the elephant in the room. Unfortunately, we were not able to film or drop our soda battle today. I am thoroughly sorry for that. We did film it. We did film it about an hour ago, so it will be dropping on the channel tomorrow. Most of you guys probably noticed there was, well, a bunch of people messaged us and told us that they noticed there was no content basically on the channel this week. Couple reasons why that was the case. We just had our big monster Star Wars event. You guys crushed it with the support. We sold out the mystery box in 10 minutes, and then the Whatnot stream was obviously a huge success. So thank you guys so much for that. So we had over 300 boxes to pack and get out the door. So we did get that out the door. I unfortunately am still injured. My back, unfortunately, is kind of a mess right now. So I had to really pace myself, and I couldn't push myself too hard with everything going on with the channel. So Joanna actually had to pick up a lot of slack. And then on top of that, we might have some big news on the house front. So we're excited. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves yet because we're actually Joanna's on the phone with our realtor right now. So I might have to duck out in a couple minutes here. But yeah, it's been crazy. So how are you, Josh? How was your week?
Decent. My week has been decent. It hasn't been as crazy as yours, I don't think. But it is Shannon's birthday, so everyone, if you want to go wish Shannon a happy birthday, you can do it on our Instagram or go over to our video that dropped today. Go wish her a happy birthday. We just came back from dinner. She said she felt like some Olive Garden tonight.
Oh,
so
there you go. Free breadsticks
there after work. So
there you go.
Yeah, breadsticks. And then I picked up a cake earlier, which I'm still kind of eating a piece right
nice.
now. Yeah. So it's her birthday tomorrow. We're going to Epcot. So we're going to Disney.
Nice. Well, happy birthday to Shannon. That's awesome.
Yeah. So, and then, other than that, it's been a pretty decent week. We didn't have an auction this week, which kind of made it nice, kind of a little chiller week when you don't do stuff like that sometimes. But yeah, we didn't have a crazy Star Wars auction like someone else over the weekend. 12-hour stream or whatever, 13-hour stream.
Yeah. Oh man, it was beyond insane. We ended right around like 6 in the morning. I think it was 6:20 a.m. when we ended it. Honest to God, we would have ended it a lot sooner, but we knew that we were gonna need a little bit of extra money because we're trying to buy a house. So that's why we tried to burn through as much inventory as we could. And this is the crazy part. So Josh, you are not going to believe this. Out of all the pops and sodas and t-shirts and Lego sets, out of everything we sold, how many pops do you think we have left?
Probably 200.
360. I cannot believe how many Star Wars pops. Like we already have.
Well, you had like 600 or so loaded, and I'm sure you didn't have all of them loaded. Plus, you did your mystery box. Which
Right.
did it have 2 or 3 pops each
It
box?
had 2
2?
pops per box, so that was
2 pops
another
per box. So
120 something pops right there. Yeah,
yeah. Yeah,
crazy.
that's a lot. That's a lot of items. And
Yeah,
I mean, we always forget how long it takes to sell. Like we're like, oh, 100 items. Whew, those will go through in like 2 hours. No, 100 items takes like 4 hours
yeah.
to go through on whatnot.
It's a
Unless you're
lot
doing
slower.
like 20-second sudden death, like no, like
Yeah,
move on. But a normal kind of auction and talking and then showing things off and things like that.
yeah.
Yeah, 100 items anywhere around like 4 hours. That's what you
Yeah.
can figure. And
Oh,
that's
yeah.
about what you guys
Absolutely.
did, right? Because you did
Yeah.
what, like
It's
500 items or something like that?
we ended up, I don't remember what the total count
But you
was.
had like pucks and you had shirts and yeah,
Yeah, it was 300 something orders, but there was a lot of people who obviously bought multiple
yeah,
items. So I don't know
sure.
how many actual pops we sold, but yeah, you're right on the money. You sell things. I mean, selling 25 items of anything in an hour is pretty crazy, but it's not as quick as you think you're gonna sell. So but there's a couple channel member super chats that I want to highlight here. So thank you guys so much for being a channel member of Slapshot Pops. Jetman Sam has been a member here for 19 months. Every box package better than Hot Topic. Well, I appreciate that. I think we're setting the bar a little
Not in
low
a bad
there
too.
for Hot Topic standards, but yes, we do strive for good packaging and shipping. Megan has been a member for 20 months. Wow, Megan, coming up on 2 years. Wishing you a speedy recovery, but go Joanna. Thank you. I appreciate that. And go Joanna as well. She has been working her tail off and she's making miracles happen. So
And
next
Fallon
person
too.
I want
Fallon
to
was with you,
highlight
right?
is what'd you say?
Fallon was with you, right? Isabel
Yes.
was it with
Oh,
you?
yeah.
All
Huge shout out to Isabel. She came in. Thank you, Josh. She came in for 48 hours and we worked her, man. She was exhausted. She was pooped. She called it quits at like 4 in the morning. She was
yeah.
done. But yeah, huge shout out to Isabel. Wayne has been a member now for 13 months, cracking that over the year mark. Thank you so much, Wayne. John, do what you can when you can. I appreciate that. Thank you, Wayne. You guys have been amazing and flexible. And I know people in our community have been very understanding and very patient with everything that's going on with Joanna and I. Some people haven't, and I'm sorry. I really am that we didn't have videos this week. It just the
Life, man.
craziness and everything.
Life happens.
Life does happen, and everybody has a breaking point, and I know that right now I have to kind of take a step back and let my body heal a little bit. Sheila has been a member for 16 months, sending great vibes your way for the house and health. Thank you so much, Sheila. We truly appreciate that, and I'm really crossing my fingers. I hope all goes well, and maybe we'll have some good news to report to you guys in a week or so. Aussie Poppin' Paul is here. What's going on, man? Pistola Pete has been a member for 6 months. Oh my gosh, Pete, that is incredible. Thank you so much. Truly appreciate you and Patty. Guys, you were crushing it. And on top of that, we got a super chat from Tina. Thank you so much, Tina. $1.99 super chat. That means the world. Tina is another great person in our community. She's been checking in on Joanna and I all week, and I am just so grateful for you, Tina. Thank you so much for being so kind and doing what you do. What's up, Josh? How are you? I know there's a bunch of people that just came in that I missed. Other Josh, Funko News Canada is here. Aaron's in the building. Guys, it's Thursday night. We got a lot of fun stuff to talk about. I feel like the first thing that we should talk about is something that I don't know what's going on with Funko. Josh, you could probably guess what I'm about to pull up.
Is it the thing I commented on?
The Project Fred, the next Project Fred.
The next project art series
Artist
2.0.
series. Yeah,
Art
I
series
don't.
2.0.
So, yeah, I saw a bunch of negative comments already about this. So I don't want to like beat it to death, but I am confused. I am very confused. What's going on? Like, Josh, like you work for Funko. Like, put yourselves in Funko's shoes. What is this? What's going
I
on?
mean, first they want to like get on the Deadpool hype, right? But make him look like Deadpool then.
Yeah.
Like don't plaster Deadpool logo on him. Like this is literally like the cheapest. I don't know. They should have learned from the art series. Like a lot of them did not look good later on.
No.
Like early on, the Futura ones were awesome. I will say, like when they came out, they looked great. They were styled well, and it wasn't just a bunch of logos plastered all over them.
Right.
But then they started getting like a great example. We all got this one because we all wanted the T-shirt, but the Captain America one.
Right.
We all wanted the T-shirt, so we got that one, and like then tried to like give away the other one. But yeah, I mean, from what came out dropped today, right? Like everyone had the opportunity to get the other one, which looks awesome. That's $50 less as well, too, and bigger. So we
Yeah.
had the Chan Freddy Funko that dropped today for early entry.
Yeah, the Jumbotron. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's excited about that.
Yeah,
Like,
we're definitely going to talk about that.
but this came out on the day that dropped, right? This has been leaked
Yeah, I
today.
don't. So I wanted to point that out. So thank you, 401, for bringing that up. And Tristan has a great comment here that you guys can see on the post. He pointed out that he thinks this isn't real. There's bits of green on the left, like they edited the Sprite figure. And I will have to say this: like there is a very strong possibility that that is the case, because unfortunately, news sources like Diss Trackers and Funko Pop News, like they're just like anything they get, they're putting it out there to their audience.
They want to be the first ones out there.
Right. They want to be the first ones to put that image out there to get it to as many people as possible. And I feel like there's been a lot of that happening without verifying if it's actually real, if it's actually an authentic Funko product. Because when I first saw this, I was like, there's no way this is real. Like this can't be. Plus, what's going on with the background? Like a big white line. Like this doesn't look like a clean like product background, like quality.
At least make it look really bad and blurry, like they do when the photo, like behind, like in the storage room photo that like sent out as a leak. Like at least make it look terrible if you're gonna have the photo look bad.
So I think there's a very strong possibility that Top Pops is correct and that this is not an authentic release. And it just wasn't, it wouldn't make sense as to like moving forward in the line, because first we had Freddy as Big Boy, Freddy as Bob's Big Boy, right? That figure looked extremely awesome. And then you had these Sprite and Coca-Cola figures, which are
icon ones.
Yeah, they're the same mold, okay, but they're representing the company, two products. This is a mold of Freddy, not like you pointed out, a mold of Deadpool. And it's also like, it doesn't make sense in the line so far. Like, are they promoting the Deadpool movie, or is it just like random Deadpool lettering and his logos? Like Deadpool is a subset of Marvel. I don't know. It just doesn't line up. I feel like it would be really out of left field if this is actually the third or technically fourth released figure.
I will say it would drive hype if they did make a really cool Deadpool Fred.
Yes, I agree.
And that would sell.
Oh, 100%. If they made just a Freddy Funko as Deadpool, which they've already done in pop form, it was a 2014 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. If they did it in the Project Fred style, oh man, that would be so cool. You give him like his katanas on the back and everything.
He can be different colors if you want.
Yeah, that would be fantastic, and that would definitely sell with the movie coming up. But I know a lot of people had some reactions to this, mostly negative, and I think that if you guys are excited about these figures, because I do know a lot of people have picked up multiple Project Fred figures. The Chase Bob's Big Boy Fred figure just sold for what, $4,850, like something crazy.
But did someone actually pay it? Because I've seen a lot of stuff sell on eBay.
True.
Like if you go back and once it's done, did they actually pay? Because there's been plenty of times. I think What's That Pop just posted. He had to repost the
Anakin, the holographic Anakin Freddy.
The Anakin, right? The Anakin Freddy, and he had to repost it because the buyer didn't pay,
which is definitely a bummer when that happens. So yeah, we don't know if that sale actually went through. I would hope that the buyer would pay. Like if you commit to a bid on whatever platform you're on, like it was kind of funny. We had a couple pops that didn't go through from our Star Wars auction the other night, right? And they weren't, I mean, relatively speaking, they weren't very expensive pops that didn't go through. There was one person who was international who unfortunately just, his bank was not agreeing with the Whatnot system, but most of the pops that fell through were like $8, $10,
Yeah.
$12, pops that you would expect to go through. But my point is, no matter what platform you're on, if you commit to a bid, you should be, following up with a payment and everything, because you're wasting someone's time at the end of the day. So I do feel bad for Mason that he now has to go through the process of reposting that high-end Freddy, with all the pictures, with the description, with the shipping, with everything, and then wait. Especially on eBay, you got to wait 24 hours, 3 days, a week, however long for it to sell. So it's just wasting people's time, which is definitely
And
a bummer.
and I saw plenty of other ones on there now too. So
Yeah,
that might have been the first one that was up, but now
yeah,
there's other ones on there, and I don't think any of them are going near that price. So too, that kind of gets the person that's bidding on it, like, do they, what happens? What are they thinking about? What are they going to go? And is it worth
right.
one? Like, are they going to get a total strike where they can't buy anything again, or are they just going to get one negative review kind of issue, and it's their first time? So
Right. I see some more people jumping in the stream. Welcome in, guys. Jessica's here, Velvet's here, Mr. Venom's in the house, Pop and Patty is here. So somebody had a good question. They said, "What happened to Vince?" Vince is just running a little bit late. Gabby had her last choir concert,
fire,
I think it
I think
was.
so. Yeah.
Yeah, so he should be here in a couple of minutes, and he actually has some big announcements of his own for the Pop and Duo channel. So you definitely want to stick around for
I mean,
that.
they
But
teased it, so we better get something.
they teased it. Yeah, we don't even know. So it better be something good. Otherwise, I'm definitely going to leave early. But touching on the second big thing that you mentioned, Josh, that I wanted to talk about is the Freddy Jumbo Chan figure. And I want to hear if anybody in the chat went for it. Did you go for it, Josh?
I did. I really like the
Oh,
figure. I like how it looks. I love the box styling. I like that it's $50 less than Project Fred, and I like the style. Like
hmm,
Big Boy really isn't like I like Big Boy, but I don't feel like that was something I even wanted to go after. This one, I really like the style, and I went after, and I think a lot of collectors will because there's a huge audience for this style of figure too,
yeah.
but the box looks. I mean, I want the poster that they
Yeah,
did for this.
I really
I
want
know
the poster for this. Yeah.
the poster looks awesome for this. Like, I wish it came with a poster too, so you would have a poster with it, like a numbered, like your figure or something cool like that. Um, but it looks really good. It'll be interesting to see how many people actually go after it to see
Yeah.
who get it. I mean, it's still the lottery type thing, which I like. It's
Mhm.
fair, not like the first people on that
Right.
type of thing. So, yeah,
Yeah, no, I think a lot of people went for this. So I'm curious to see how that's going to pan out. I see a lot of people in the chat saying they went for it. Funko News Canada went for it. LTO went for it. A few other people jumped in on the madness. So if you guys went for it, I hope you get it. It's pretty
yeah,
cool. And we talked about it a little bit last week, so I don't want to beat it to death too much. But overall, I agree with everything you said, Josh. And I hope you get it. I hope you get selected for it because it's
yeah.
definitely a unique piece of Funko history because you don't know, like something like this, since it's not a pop, since it's not going to be a mass produced item or it's not a line that they've committed to, you don't know if they're going to make another one like this. Now, obviously, Mike Becker is very excited about this figure. He's excited about this project and he's kind of hinted at them making more in this line, but they haven't committed to anything. They've just said, "Hey, here's Jumbotron Freddy Funko, 14 inches. It's going to be
And it might be
250."
the lowest one, yeah, or they might make
True.
smaller ones. They might not make as big a ones in the future or something like that. It kind of reminds me of when they made the jumbo Dorbs and
Yeah,
stuff like
exactly.
that. Like they've made some really awesome Freddy, like larger Freddy figures and things like that.
Yeah,
Others. So I think having it at least numbered, I do wish there was some type of chase with it
I
that would have
agree.
been a bonus to it. But I will say then that takes out the people that are just buying it to just flip it. I
I
think a
agree.
little bit without the chase.
Yeah, I agree.
Because like if down the road it'll be worth more than you pay, I think. But first off the gate, if you try to sell this and then have to pay the additional shipping to ship it someone and take the fees out and things like that, you're not going to make much off of it. I think off
No.
out of the gate. But I think later on, this will be one of those that people really like. Is this? It's a big box. So how did you keep it in good condition? Did you
Right.
have to figure out what number do you have? I think will be a big one too.
Yeah,
Like
I
what
think
is
I love whenever they individually numbered something with like a mini COA or some kind of certificate. I love that.
I think I think this is going to be huge for a lot of different big collectors. So
And the way he's posed too with his hands on his hips, I personally think it would have been an excellent opportunity to make like a superhero Freddy chase. Like even if they did some sort of cool like Japanese writing on
I
the
was thinking
chest
like
or
robot,
something.
like Astro Boy type style, like part robot, like something like that beta exclusive that's part robot or his legs are, arms
Oh, that'd be
are,
cool. Yeah,
something.
that'd be cool too.
Yeah.
I agree. Mason's in the house. What's going on? Good to see you, Wasatch. Mr. Movie Elf is here. A bunch of other people walked in. Randy signed up for the Jumbotron Freddy. Randy, I hope you get it. That's awesome, man. The Watcher is here. Gojo is here. He says, "Hey, did you guys watch the re-release Star Wars movie in theaters?" I unfortunately did not have a chance
Missed
to go
it. Yeah,
see The Phantom
I haven't
Menace.
went. We did go see The Mummy in theaters. We saw the 25th
Oh,
anniversary of
nice.
Mummy in theaters with friends also. It cost us $5.50 a ticket. Isn't that amazing? Like
That
five
is amazing.
I don't even know. I probably paid more back then, 25 years ago, to go see the Mummy. John was all of like 5, so I don't think he went to see the Mummy.
Yeah, no,
But
it was a ways back.
we definitely saw the Mummy in theaters. I was surprised Aliens 45th anniversary. The movie Aliens, 45 years.
Wow.
They're playing in the theaters as well too. So if you haven't seen Alien or haven't exposed to, like, if you have some like a little older kids, because it's kind of scary. So I
Yeah.
wouldn't like take some young kids. But I'd like to see the Phantom Menace in theaters. I think
Yeah,
I would.
I don't know if it's still in our local theaters, but it did pretty
I
well.
think
It
it'll
made like
stay for a little
11
while.
million or something like worldwide, which
Yeah,
is pretty crazy.
I don't think it'll do. I think if you want to see it, it'll probably stay for a little bit. So
Yeah. Jonathan, I appreciate you. I've been so busy today. I totally forgot the Rangers were playing tonight. So I appreciate the update on the scoreboard. Although, thank God it's not a do or die game for them this evening. So I know they'll at least live to play a few more games. But, guys, our third Pop Force 1 member has just joined us backstage. So we're going to do our thing and we're just going to let him sit back there for the stream and see how it goes. But, guys, please help me welcome Vince from the Pop and Duo. What's up, Vince?
Howdy, y'all.
How was
what's going on?
Gabby's last choir concert?
You know, it's bittersweet. It was the last one for us. No more dance. Well, no, there's plenty of dance recitals left. No more choir recitals. This was the last choir recital. We have
Okay.
a whole dance competition this weekend. So
You're gonna see
bittersweet.
like 12
But
different dances, but 15 different costume changes.
no, only nine. Only nine
Oh, only
dances.
9.
And
Okay.
all on Sunday. So Sunday is going to be a busy day. And soccer on Saturday. So yeah, we've got a full weekend.
That sounds like it. Now, is she replacing choir with like jujitsu or taekwondo or like
No,
throwing in some other activities
since
there?
she dances 7 days a week, she's replacing like her like 1 hour of free time. Now she has 1 hour of free time a week instead of like 0. So no, she doesn't need any more extracurricular stuff for sure.
Okay. And since you're here, I did issue a formal apology, but I will apologize again. Now there's obviously more people here in the stream. So
Oh,
we did not release our soda video today.
in
If you guys
fear. Did you watch our video? When was it in fear?
I did not. So I didn't even have a chance to watch either of the videos yet. I am so
So
sorry.
go watch my
You
video
better
for.
apologize for that.
I'm doing it right now. I'm apologizing to both you guys. I really am sorry, but we have good reason for not of dropping the video. We've been literally on our phone with the realtor all day. We might have found a house, which is very exciting, but in this market, it is crazy. Like if you find something you like
I
we have
thought you guys weren't
literally
going to jinx it. Did you just jinx it, John?
I hope not. I really hope not. We've been crossing our fingers. Nothing is set in stone yet. So everybody like just say a quick prayer if you got time, like cross your fingers, cross your toes, because if we are able to get this specific property, it would be life changing. And we're just so fortunate to have found something in our budget. we've made the determination 2 days ago that we cannot afford to live in New Jersey. So we have now decided that we are going to be native Pennsylvanians. We know a bunch of you guys out in Pennsylvania, so we'll be joining you one way or another.
Great state.
The New Jersey market is just insane. There's not much inventory, and the inventory that is within our budget is just not great. So we had to look a little bit further west. But yeah, anyway, so that's why that's the reason we weren't able to drop the video. The good news is we filmed our video, so you guys will see it tomorrow. And I proudly told everybody in the video to go back and watch your 2 videos if they hadn't done so already. So I'm very excited to see what you guys pulled. I saw some people commenting in our group chats though, Vince, that you guys apparently did pretty well. So
you know what the bummer was? I forgot how much I missed doing soda content. You know what I mean? Like, because we opened sodas.
Like you guys open like 2 or 4, you know.
Yeah, like we do 2 every once in a it's every once in a while now. It used to be almost every video, but like I forgot how fun they were. Man, we had a blast. Yeah, we had a blast with that one.
Yeah,
Wait
we did.
You guys see Tuesday's video. Oh,
well, we're excited because we didn't film anything. Like this is crazy. We went 7 days, 1 whole week, no filming. I walked into the studio this evening, and it was like I hadn't been in this room. Like there was trash all over the floor. Like I had forgotten. Like I was like, are we YouTubers? Like what are we doing here? Like it was just so crazy.
But in that predicament with all the stuff that's been going on, so I can relate. It does feel weird. It feels weird when you are out of it for a little bit.
Yes. So Gojo says, doesn't Navy Federal have good housing rates? Assume you have that. Good luck. Yes. So we are fortunate. We are using the VA loan process. We have a couple items, that we're fortunate to use. I will say this though, the housing market is in a strange predicament where the military rates are about the same as everybody else. So it's not like anything crazy, but we do have some really good people in our corner helping us out and understanding that we're in a very tight situation here because we have to be out of this home by May 31st. Like that is a hard date in the line, in the sand here. So we have some really good connections, thankfully, through people that I worked with at private, or at previous bases that have connected. Like it's crazy. So really quick, off topic. So one of my good buddies who I worked with for 4 years when I was stationed in New York, we sat next to each other for 2 years. Amazing dude, right? He has since we moved to Boston, since leaving New York, he started up his own private home inspection business, and it's doing phenomenal. So he actually referred us to a realtor who specializes in helping military families relocate, specifically with the VA loan. And she actually referred us to a mortgage company. We've gone through like 4 or 5 mortgage companies by now. So she finally referred us to a mortgage company that specifically deals with military families trying to use the VA loan that also have small businesses. This guy is amazing. And on top of that, he loves hockey. So we've had so much to talk about, and he's been an amazing guy. So
I've got a giant spider coming down.
Don't let it bite you. But anyway, so yeah, side note, that's what's going on with us and everything. So no, you guys are amazing. Forbidden Gaming Collectibles dropping a $5 super chat. You guys are being so generous with the super chats tonight. So thank you guys so much. Forbidden Gaming Collectibles did his first Whatnot auction on Saturday as well, sold 17 items, then rated us, which was amazing. Forbidden Gaming, thank you so much for doing that. Once again, feel better, John. Take it easy. We understand. Forbidden Gaming Collectibles, if I can just say, first off, thank you for the raid. Rating is a lot of fun, and we truly appreciate. We don't get rated very often, so that really means a lot. And then first Whatnot auction, congratulations on getting that under your belt, because it is not easy to do.
It's intimidating.
It is. You got to get behind the camera most of the time. Some people get in front of the camera, but either way, you're connected to a camera. You're putting yourself out there. You're trying to sell some items, make a little bit of money. You're interacting with the chat. You got to manage physical items in front of you, behind you. You got to make sure you don't mess up people's orders. It's a lot of work. So
John, you're stressing me out.
It can look easy going into certain people's streams, but
yeah, some of us make it look easy.
No, well, to anybody,
I don't know if that's me, but
to
No,
anybody who does it or has put themselves out there either on social media or through an auction platform like that, like congratulations, and keep being courageous, because it's not easy. So
yes.
yeah, of course, Mason. Absolutely. And that's the thing. That's the thing about Whatnot, or one of the things I love about Whatnot, is that you can raid people. It's just a fun little thing. You can send people, to other streams and give some other sellers some visibility that may not have that crowd. So anybody who has sent people our way, we're very thankful. And we try to send people to other streamers who we think are deserving of, maybe a different audience. Obviously we don't want to promote streamers who are cursing or not family friendly or who don't do a good job in their show, but there are a lot of good people on Whatnot. And we want to promote the good sellers on there. So congratulations, Forbidden Gaming. That's awesome. So really quick, Vince, to recap what we've already talked about, we talked about the rumored, I'll just say that, rumored
Project
Deadpool Project Fred.
I saw that.
Do you think that's real?
You want me to be honest? I hope not.
I never not want you to be honest. I want you to be 100%
I'm going to be honest.
honest.
I hope it's not real, because now we are really getting into glorified artist series. And I don't think that's the way they should take it, man. They did such an awesome job. Like, I was all on board for Project Fred. I wanted that big boy really bad. And now they're going, even the common ones are going for expensive, like over over list or whatever we want to call it. But no, the Deadpool one, no, I don't. Well, I mean, I don't care. Like, no, I don't. I mean, I guess I don't care. It won't be something that I go after unless they do something like if they did Freddy as Deadpool or something like that, dress him up as Deadpool. I would be more down for that. But no, not looking for the artist series one.
That's what we said too. It's like it needs to look like Deadpool. Like if they want to do it, like something like they did with the pops and things like that, and they could easily do the chase then too. Like have the different colors and all that good stuff.
Guys, are we getting the house or what? What's happening here?
Yes.
Do we get to find out?
10,000 more in. Throw 10,000 more in. You gotta up it. You gotta win the bid. Quick.
Guys, I'll give you $5. Tell them, let's sweeten the pot.
We can't say anything yet. All right. So
okay, don't jinx it.
If you guys want to know exactly what Joanna was just showing me,
no, don't tell them.
I'm going to tell them this. I'm going to tell
them.
Joanna was just showing me the potential house that we're looking at. She was showing me all the food within like a 10-mile radius.
Oh, now you guys are really jinxing it.
And she said there was.
Do they have some good Amish restaurants at least in that Pennsylvania area? Because you can get some good Amish food.
Because the voice from the back, we haven't filmed Saturday's video yet. So I was looking up food for this Saturday so we can film our Saturday video. And then I was like, wait a second. Like in our town, we're in the middle of nowhere. Like if it's already hard to get food here, so then that caused me to go look at that place. And I'm like, how is there more food in the woods with the trees and the bees than where we are now?
Pennsylvania is fun to we drive through Pennsylvania every couple of years. We have to drive out to Maryland.
Yeah.
Are you guys anywhere near Hershey Park? You're probably further east.
We're about an hour away from Hershey.
Yeah.
Guys, we might come over and visit. It's gonna be like National Lampoon's Vacation. We're gonna be crashing, you guys. I'm gonna be Uncle Eddie pulling up to your house.
You guys are welcome anytime.
Wouldn't that be fun?
We're looking more north. We're looking to be more north.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we'll probably drive right by your house.
Susan, so I want to get to back to Aaron's comment in just a minute. A lot of great comments in the chat. Yeah, I just wanted to say Susan's comment. Is there a Dunkin'? Was there a Dunkin'?
There's a Dunkin' 15 minutes away.
There's a Dunkin', and I think there's a Wawa, right?
That's the reason why we put an offer on the house.
Yeah, because the Wawa. Yeah, that's the only reason why I put the offer on the house.
We saw the house, and we were like, and then we realized there was a Wawa within 15 minutes, so we were like, all right.
I also feel like you guys are like, you're pros at this by now, but I also feel like we've really reached like a new level of adult by like, I've never done this before. Like we've put an offer on a house. Like it just feels like you've reached like a new level of
insane.
Adult house.
I did it. Mine was in 2004.
Yeah.
I put in an offer in the house the day after a hurricane, John.
Oh, so you're
You know what's
Smart.
good?
That's
Trying to get
hey,
through
that's
the house.
smart. Yeah, do it after the
It
hurricane.
didn't flood. I knew it wasn't in a flood zone, even with
Yeah.
the lake in the back. It was good to go. So, yeah, it was literally
Yeah,
like a
lake.
day after a hurricane came through.
Yeah, that was a big thing that disqualified. So Joanna probably looked at 500 listings this week, easy. And the first thing she started looking at, and the first thing that I also started looking at was, is the house in a flood zone? And if it was like dark blue, we were like, well, we don't want our Freddies underwater. So
Yeah.
had to slash
Flood
that.
insurance costs you more and all that.
Thank you, Jameson. I appreciate that. +1 points for adulting. But anyway, back to the collecting talk. Get out of here. Nobody wants to talk to you. This is guys' night. Come on, it's guys' night. I'm just kidding. You're welcome back anytime.
I kind of
Aaron. So Aaron's comment, he said too fast. So that's another thing that I wanted to mention.
Yeah.
If it is in fact a legit Project Fred figure, it's a lot. Now we're
I don't think it is.
I don't man, no way, right?
Like it would at least been a better. Like I feel like the design wasn't done that well too. Like the weird stamp, like the lettering and everything. I think they would have made the lettering and everything better. Or you know what? They would have. Would the chase be the Wolverine? Maybe because of the new movie. Like
Could be. Yeah. I mean,
No,
it'd
I
be
think
cool.
someone needs to mock up the chase one.
I still like your idea, and I think they could kill it so well if they did. If they just took the Freddies that they've kind of already designed, but then take them and put them in this more like designer toy project.
Yeah, take it to
Fred
that next
style.
level, like they did with the big boy.
Take it to the next level. Make a very limited chase. People will go nuts. I think the chase is a very key aspect of it as well. It's a staple of Funko throughout the years. But the next thing that I wanted to talk about, we talked about the Jumbo Chan Freddy. Did you go for that, Vince?
No. You know, if that had a chase, I would be more inept to. But I'll be honest, like I said before, if it fits the collection, I don't mind spending the money for something that would really be cool. Like, you know, I said it before, like I seen the door builder to the giant ones and the big Freddies and stuff like that. They do something cool. Like I'm okay with the price that they were charging for what you're getting, but it's got to be something cool and it's got to be something that speaks to me. I mean, I can't afford to buy every jumbo thing that they come out with, even though I really love it. I mean, I do love the Jumbo Chan, but no, I'm not going to go after that one.
Fair enough. Well, speaking of Jumbo, I'm very excited for the Funame NFTs that are coming out. And that 10-inch Freddy is definitely something that I want to add to my collection. And also, what do you guys think about this? Somebody's going to be going to Fun Days, Willy Wonka style.
I love it. I wish
they're entering in a golden ticket here.
It's like so about time that they're doing some of this fun stuff with the NFTs. I can't believe it's taken this long to start doing some creative stuff. Like, and I don't mean that as a slight. I'm saying like going to next level of some creative stuff. Like this is super cool. The 10-inch $4.99, the Mythic pack is super cool.
Imagine
I like
if
that
you
they're starting
pull
to put
this
these wrinkles in.
You know, you pull this in one of the Mythic, or someone pulls this in a $10 standard pack. You know, that's the cool thing about this. It's just kind of weird that it doesn't fit the theme of the packs at all. So it's such a weird, like,
you know what? It fits the theme of
more
Fun
well,
Days.
do you
like having it more runs than?
Well, do you think so? They're only putting in one into this round. Is there going to be one in every NFT drop leading?
I would almost guarantee it because of the theme that they did this, because it's a Pirate Freddy, and the theme this year is it's kind of that piratey type of theme for Fun Days this year. I bet you I think for sure they're going to do this, and it's super smart. I mean, I think that's a great idea.
I think it's a great idea too. And this lineup, I mean, I think the Funame NFTs were going to sell out regardless. Now they're definitely going to sell out.
And we have official confirmation. There'll be 2 separate nights of Fun Day, and there'll be the same thing with possibly a twist ending.
Yeah, so that's the other thing that I wanted to mention really quick. So that twist ending, do you think that that's a hint at a different item? It has to be. Like what? So like the way, and I've only been to one Funko event. I know other people, like I see Mason still here in the chat. I know he's gone to multiple Fun Days by now. He's gone to many Funko events. And I know that like the way they do it is kind of like the same formula. Like they're giving out little things throughout the night. There might be a big box or a
Different
one
themes,
package
different
bag, right? But then there's usually like a big item that they give away at the end of the night. So the way I interpreted that post was that there's going to be a surprise twist. I would think that there's a different item that they're going to be giving away for Saturday compared to Friday.
There's got to, yeah. I mean, there's got to be something.
I
There's got to
think
be
one's
something
going
to
to
it.
have to be something like bad and one's good. You know, like I think the good and bad is going to play out of this.
Why do you say you think it's going to be bad?
No, like good and bad, as in like
Good
Pirates
versus evil type of thing.
Buccaneers or whatever. Like
Yeah.
something like that. Evil, good and evil, like those kind of things. I think that because he hinted at it too, I think, and one of the things talking about, you might see, what Captain Mike or whatever, but you might also see, evil Captain Mike or something like that.
I think it's fun that we get to speculate. I mean, like with everything being said, I really like what they've been doing the last couple months, Funko in general. Like, listen, maybe Mike Becker has commented in a lot of posts in the past. I don't remember seeing any comments from him at all. And I don't know if he's personally commenting or if they got somebody that's commenting now. I think it's regardless of what's happening, because like they commented on our posts, like Funner Mike commented on one of our posts. It was when he gave us the proto, but for like, I think that's fantastic. I love the way they're kind of getting back down to it. You know what I mean? Like we have no interaction with any of the social media stuff over the last at least 4 or 5 years since I've been really involved in. I love that this is starting to happen.
Yeah. No, I think it's fantastic.
I know what they won't be doing this year.
Oh yeah,
putting wrong numbers.
Oh yeah, they're gonna
learn their lesson on that one for sure.
To fix that. But I do like, so I like his first response where he says that just trying to allow more fanatics to see the show, because I feel like that is the heart of what's going on with these events. Like the whole point is so that collectors can unite and celebrate our love for Funko and get to do it directly with the people that represent the company that we all love. I know there's a lot of people that go to it specifically to get the items. And if I could be like 2% honest really quick, when I went to Fright Night, I was kind of bummed at seeing like, the flipper culture and the fact that like immediately, as soon as people were getting the items in their hand, they were literally going right to eBay, literally going right to Whatnot, going right to Macari or wherever they could sell it. They literally like going outside the Javits Center and just waving like, "Hey, I got Blacklight Freddy, $300 cash and cash." Like it
Can
was
I put a silver lining on that though?
Yeah, no, go for it.
You know what the silver lining of that is? If only collectors got this stuff, guess what we would be getting from the show? Nothing. None of us would be able to ever get anything because it would stay with people forever.
No, I know. I know
what you're saying. I know what you're saying. What's going to bother me, and this is going to happen. There's going to be people that get tickets for both nights. I think at the heart of it, it is to get more people in there. And you can only prevent it so much. And I understand it. There's back ways that they're, and I don't know how it works out. And I hope that more people are able to get in there. I hope that they can curtail it a little bit. I'm okay with the flipping to a certain extent because it's part of it. And flipping means that somebody cares to a certain extent. Not that it needs to be.
Flipping does mean the items are valuable. I was just disappointed because I felt like a majority of the people were there for that. Not everybody. There was definitely a lot of people that I got to meet for the first time, and it was awesome. But I just felt like maybe this is an attempt to get more collectors in the door. Like I want most people to take those items home and treasure them as a part of their collection, because not only do they have that item in their collection, it's tied to an event that they were lucky enough to attend. Because there's nothing that Funko could do. They could open up, like they could, go get a football stadium or something. Like there's no way to get every fanatic around the world to a Funko event once a year. It's just impossible. They're never going to be able to do it. So I think this is a good step in allowing more fanatics to experience something like that. I think the heart of the issue, though, is I think they need to have more events, especially around the United States, have more events around the world. So that way there's more opportunities for collectors to go to these events. But sorry, I think you were going to say something, Josh.
No, I want to say the biggest thing I think is they always talk about tickets can't be transferable. All these tickets have been transferable every time at the event. So if they actually held to that some way of like the main person that bought them, now your guest could be any guest, but the person that buys it cannot transfer it at all. A lot of people would be held to it like you they wouldn't buy it, because I feel like that too is, I mean, we saw it in New York, you know, you and Jim were going to the Halloween event, and then I remember Vince and I were hanging out, and someone came up to us and was like, "Oh, I'll sell you mine, but it's going for like something ridiculous." So it was like $1,500.
Oh, they were transferable. We didn't win the lottery. Like, we bought them.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, isn't that weird? Like someone was able to transfer it to you guys, but they didn't charge you like $1,500 or anything like that. They
Like,
you know, they knew
they charged us quite a bit. They didn't charge us retail.
they didn't charge you retail. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, I think it would be more fair if they actually didn't allow that at all, because I think that's where all these backdoor, like,
Yeah,
you know,
no, you're I mean, you're right. You're right, and that's why by them doing that, I mean, it is the you know, it kind of takes it out of their hands. But yeah, I mean, you're 100% right.
Yeah,
I mean, somehow, some way of doing that would help, I think, a lot. And, you know, or it just goes back, if the person has to get their money back for it, like they can't go, it just goes back into the pool and like goes to the next person on the wait list or something like that and says, "Do you want to go?" or something. I think they could do some way better around that. I think that would help a little bit with it. But you know, like I've said, I've had people offer me a ticket if I go, but I can't keep anything. They want everything to sell. I'm like, well, what point? I get if they're like, oh, you can keep 3 or 4 things, but we want the, you know, majority. Okay, well, you know, or you could pick and choose. I would be okay with that. But a person that's like, no, you're gonna go for me and work. You're pretty much going for experience, but you got to give me everything that you get. So
that's not
like,
fair.
yeah, then that's not really a good experience to me.
Yeah.
So Lion says, dying to see what's included in the boxes, thinking it'll be a mix of Freddy, Franny, and Proto. I hope so. That would be amazing.
Will we see sodas this year? Is it just going to be pops again?
I think they should do like very few sodas. I'm down for a Franny soda though.
I would, you know, yeah. They did a lot of sodas last year, and a lot of the sodas kind of, you know, I don't know.
It doesn't help they never do chases with any of those. I think that kills them always.
I think it's always important to have the chase when it comes to this. So it is the driving force, you know.
I mean, essentially, they do the chases if you think about it. Like, but if you do it without people knowing what's in the can, is better, because essentially they might have 3 different versions of something or 2 different versions of, say, the werewolf. You know, there's how many versions of the werewolf Freddy out there? You know, they could have done a chase instead. They could have done 2 different
exactly
2 different chases and spent the same money, and maybe even saved money, because they would have paid for less different cans to be mocked up and things like that.
Yeah, and do you know, instead of doing, you know, 6 sodas, do 3 sodas with that chance of the chase, and do less of them. You know, less per box. You know, maybe 3 per box is a little too much.
But yeah, Fun Day, it's interesting because I don't think they've ever leaked anything this early about Fun Days. So I'm wondering if they're doing that to get more hype around it because of issues last year or things.
I think it's smart for them to do, because I felt like last year was super weird. They waited so long, and then the reveals came so late.
Plus, doing 2 nights people have to figure. Some people just go for that that short time. Like they might leave that Saturday morning. They might be there for Friday night's event and then leave Saturday morning because they're there Thursday, Friday, and that because hotels aren't cheap in San Diego, um, or renting anything isn't cheap there. So I could see that's the tough thing too. Is like everything else that's going on as well during those events. Now, is it going to be Friday, Saturday? I don't know if they've ever said what days it's going to be. Is it going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
Another another thing I hope they do, I hope they go back to sending the inbox or at the at-home boxes. I hope they send them before fun days again. Because wasn't that cool the year before?
Yeah.
When we got the boxes,
so.
we got to open the stuff and be excited about it because there was no leaks. Like you didn't know any of the stuff that you were going to get, and those came probably the week of or the week before. It just felt like it was more exciting. Last year was just weird. The whole thing was kind of weird.
I think if they get them out about the same time, that would be really cool. Last year, I think too, it was just all the issues they had with them. I think just getting, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what characters they can come up with. How many things will be in the box that will be theme related versus like totally off theme related too. Like a bad example was probably the Olympic one. That was probably the worst box we really got.
And are we going to have fun on the run this year? Are they going to do that again? I'm thinking no, right?
No, I don't think so. You never know, but it seemed like it went well for them, I would think, but they just had way too many boxes. They did it right by having some different stuff, or I think they should have had some more different stuff for the two different sets of boxes at home versus you will show up to the event kind of thing. I think the bad thing is some of the locations they did were too close to one another. And then also they were in like the middle of nowhere, really. Like, that it really, you're like, if you go to all big cities, you're going to guarantee to get a huge, crazy crowd, which
I think it was fun. I thought it was fun that they did it. I think that if it took it, I don't know. I don't want to say it took away from the hype for SDCC, but it might have a little bit because of the amount of money that we were spending on the boxes. Then we had the boxes.
Yeah,
it was all so close. Then we had the con drop. It was like it was so close together, and I don't think it was their intention to do that. I think they were trying to build that hype leading up to SDCC. It might have backfired a little bit.
What would be cool is to if they actually did something a little slower and had events between. It started from C2E2 and then went over to the East Coast, down the East Coast to South, over to Texas, up over,
right.
And take their time and go and end up in San Diego in the last,
I think Wayne said it. If I could highlight your comment, Wayne, I'd be highlighting because I think you're saying exactly what I felt. I felt like it was almost rushed. Like they had to get through the fun on the run so they could get to the SDCC box and then they could get to the drop. And it all just felt like it just got. Like I said, I love what they've done since the beginning of this year. I feel like they've interacted a little bit more. They could probably even do a little bit more of that, but I feel like Mike has always been involved, but I feel like he's even taken a step up. Like I said, he's, I like that he's dropping hints with disc trackers and doing that kind of thing. So I like what they're doing. I'm excited for SDCC this year because I thought C2 E2 went really well. I like the way that they handled that, and I'm looking forward to the next couple of cons of the year.
So will we get any new products kind of featured at the con?
I feel like no.
I feel like SDCC always features at least, or Fun Days always features at least one new kind of thing. We got the Rewind really last year.
I feel like they're gonna start keeping to what they said a couple years about going lean startup. And I know we kind of say it in jest at times, But I really do feel like they're starting to peel some of that stuff back. I would be
Yeah.
surprised if they did that, especially with all the if anything, we're getting these more limited pieces. Yeah, they're 11-inch and 14-inch and all this kind of thing, but at least we're getting back to the collecting side of it a little bit as well. Hopefully, they start bringing that home with some of the other stuff. But I like where they're heading. I'm looking forward to SDCC.
I'm sorry I had to step out. Our realtor called Joanna, but Jetman, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. She is definitely overworked,
Yeah,
and
Jen does overwork her. I agree.
I feel bad, and trust me, like we just got to get over this big hurdle, and then we'll be able to slow down and breathe a little bit. But seriously, thank you for the super chat. That means so much. I just caught the tail end of what you said. I am also very excited for San Diego Comic-Con. I think it's going to be amazing. Anybody who's going, I think you're going to have a blast. And honestly, if you're not going like we are, I think we're going to have a lot of fun at home. Like sincerely, I mean, I truly mean that. I think it's going to be a lot of like just excitement and hype, and there's going to be some cool items that come out of the event. I think Funko has reflected on what happened last year. They know what they need to do. They have this new character that they now have with Franny. And I bet you we can make some, or see some really cool stuff come from this con. I already like what I'm seeing with the pirate theme. So it doesn't slow down. It just goes faster and faster.
I honestly, I was going to say that I didn't want to bum me out. I when you said that, I'm glad that my wife said that, because I was going to say that, but I'm like, you know what? John looks like he doesn't need any more on his plate. But hon, I'm glad you said that to him.
No, I know it's crazy because like every person we talk to, like, we're going through the different layouts of the house, and like the realtors are so friendly and they're so nice, and they're like, oh, and if you're trying to expand your family anytime soon, like this would make a great baby room or nursery. We're just like, whoa.
You're like, no, I Pops or Legos are going in that one.
Yeah, you have no idea how many collectibles I have as an adult. There is no room for anything else. But yeah, no, I know it doesn't slow down. It just goes faster. But yeah, I need it to slow down a little bit. Like
yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
So I will say one thing NFT also related, just to give everyone a heads up. If you want to get the Mickey NFT redeemables, now's the time to do it. Because once these hit the market, they are not going to be that cheap.
Tomorrow's the last day.
Last day for redeemables. The cheapest price for the redemption Mickey is $76. When have you seen a 738 piece Mickey Mouse for $78?
Yeah.
When will you ever see a under 1,000 piece Mickey Mouse?
Well, speaking of limited pieces, I agree with you 1000%, Josh. Jeremy also says that he thinks we'll see some real limited pieces for San Diego Comic-Con this year. And I also agree to that because a lot of people kind of forget with everything that happened last year and all the drama and everything. They dropped some 100-piece pops. Like that is insane. 100-piece pops at an event. Only 100 people can own that specific item. Like that is insane. We haven't seen limited numbers like that in years, and I kind of hope they do that again. And like they're doing with the NFTs. And the great thing about the pieces that they released at San Diego Comic-Con is the stickers should and will hopefully, accurately reflect.
That was a little bit of a mess up, huh? A little bit of a mess up there.
A little bit of a mess up, but the NFT, I still think we need to petition for that. I still think they need to change the stickers on the NFTs at some point.
Oh, I 100% agree. I actually, they've really been trying to, they've been making some good progress. I think with what they've been trying to do some different stuff. I like what they've been doing. I like the way that they started shipping it. Like I just opened up our
the C2E2 bundle.
No, the Halloween Freddy's that they
Oh,
sent
nice.
out.
Nice.
I got 2 of them. One of them I'll talk about later on. But the way that they ship them now, they're listening to people because we said it in our videos. All of our boxes were coming in more damaged with the new boxes because they were rubbing on the top. Now they wrapped them in like a foam type of thing.
Yeah.
Man, they came in absolutely perfect. And
I would piggyback on that. All of our Funko Shop orders in the last 60 to 90 days.
They've been
have
doing amazing. They really have.
Immaculate packing. So like if that's an indicator of kind of piggybacking on Koba's comment right here, if Funko is learning from their mistakes, they're listening to their fans, because let's face it, if you want to be a successful business, any size business, big, medium, small, massive, like you have to pay attention to your customers and your fans and the people that are buying your products. And if the people that are buying your products are upset because your shipping standards aren't up to snuff, then you need to fix your shipping standards. And to Funko's credit, even though there's still these news outlets that will post any picture of any box with, you know, stuff that's just thrown in and obviously not packed well, and then that creates the illusion that all the boxes being shipped out are like that. However, that's not the case, because you can see on all of our channels, I'm sure lots of other channels, that Funko is doing a really good job with shipping right now. But obviously that doesn't sell as well as dropping a
No,
picture
it does
of,
not.
you know,
And
a
you know,
Smash
sometimes the
Pop.
post office is going to destroy a box, and guess what? It's probably not Funko's fault when they destroy the box. It doesn't matter if they put it in a. I've gotten boxes in that were like double and triple boxed, and they're still destroyed with a hole through the side. So, but and with that being said, you know, not that they do everything perfect, because like I seen the Grievous come up again today, and I seen that
We'll talk about that.
okay, yeah, but let's keep everything positive for now. Listen, they don't do everything right. There's certain things I'd like them to still listen to, because I think because I think you said it right. They've been doing some really good stuff. They've been listening to people. We want limited stuff. They've been giving us that. The NFTs, they're doing more fun stuff with the NFTs. Like I've been saying that for years too. So like I love some of the stuff. There's a couple more things they could keep working on, but you know, I like the direction we're moving in.
And on top of that, we just had a great first con of the year, C2E2. If C2E2 is an indication of how San Diego Comic-Con is going to go and how New York Comic-Con is going to go, and maybe some other mini events in between, I think that's fantastic. Same thing with the Project Fred Bob's Big Boy event. That looked like a great time. So if these are, you know, little things that Funko is doing, it's just going to add up to a really good overall 2024. Now, Koba's comment here. Do you think Funko has something to prove this year with Fun Days? Have they learned from their mistakes and come back with something amazing? No doubt. I mean, they're already starting off the bat with an amazing theme. It's 2 days. So now you got double the fanatics, double the people that get to experience the event. I think 100% they know they do have something to prove and show that Funko wants to put on a great event. But they kind of were already like hinting at this. And Mason can correct me if I'm wrong, or anybody. They were kind of already trying to make Fun Days bigger and bigger each year. Like they brought it outdoors last year. They said they wanted to keep making it bigger as the years go on. So I feel like this was already part of the plan. But obviously with what happened last year, yeah, they do want to make sure they definitely, you know, hit the nail on the head and have an amazing experience for everybody going. So, but all these other little things, I mean, having a great San Diego Comic-Con and Fun Days is awesome, but packing and shipping everybody's orders every week, that is also, I would argue, almost more important, you know, because you're servicing your customers all year. Jeremy, 100%. The error last year was not intentional. 100.
No, I think they just, I'll be honest, I just think they were trying to do way too much with not enough people. You know, they had just laid off a ton of people, and like they were trying to pull off Fun on the Run, the in-home, the at-home boxes. They're pulling off their biggest Fun Days that they ever had. That was the most people, I believe, that they ever had. And there were errors all over the place. A company that size should not have had the issues that they had. But I think they were understaffed, and they were just trying to do way too much. I don't think it was an intentional thing at all, because how were they ever going to win with what happened?
You got to think about it too. Like, it's easy for us to sit at home and go like, oh, they messed up and how come they didn't do it this way? But like at the end of the day, like there are so many moving parts. And like, I can tell you from like, and I know a lot of people work for different companies and stuff, but like, I can just tell you from like a military perspective, from having to coordinate an event. Like we have to coordinate parades and big events with, you know, high ranking officers coming to visit and everything. Oh, look, the Rangers won. That's awesome. These events, there are so many factors that come into play when it comes to, like in Funko's instance with Fun Days. You've got limited tickets. You've got to control how people are able to get these tickets, once again, are they transferable? Are they not transferable? How are you tracking that tickets aren't being created and counterfeited? And that's just the first step. Then you have to think, okay, what's the theme? Is the theme going to be something that we can promote and make a whole event out of? We can all dress up as pirates and have fun. Can we make items and collectibles that people are going to be excited about? That's once again linked back to this theme. They not only release items at the event, but they also coordinate items dropping on their website for people at home to buy around the same time as the event. So there's that. You've got to worry about security at the event, making sure nothing bad happens and that nobody's bringing in, anything they're not supposed to in the event. You got to worry about food. You have to worry about parking. Like, there's all these factors that go into it. So it's really easy for us to sit at home and be like, oh, they should have done that, when undoubtedly last year there was errors. But at the same time, these are highly complex events that really probably take 10 months to plan. Probably like 30 days after the previous one, they're already starting to plan for the next year, I would think, with how complex the event is. So it's a lot. And with what you just said, Vince, with Funko trying to make it bigger and bigger every year, that's just more.
They bit off more than they could chew last year, and it's not acceptable. I mean, we're saying we're understanding, but it's not acceptable. Like, they got to do better, and I think that they're going to do that. And I think splitting it over 2 nights, I think maybe they realized it was maybe too much and they couldn't. But breaking it up over 2 nights, it's going to be better. And Holly, yes, we would be happy to take anything.
So I wanted to highlight this comment because I believe. Well, I'll let you take it away for people that want to continue to send stuff your way for the big.
We're still accepting stuff. If it gets here beforehand, we are going to do our very best. I mean, we'll talk about a little bit at the end because we got a few announcements to make at the end. We're going to make you guys wait till the end. So sorry, you got to stick around for that. But yes, anybody that wants to send anything, we are still accepting because boxes are still coming in. I just picked up one today. We've got 2 coming in tomorrow. So yeah, happy to take anything.
And guys, please, if you don't know what's going on, Pop and Duo doing a huge charity auction May 18th. What time was it again? I forget.
6 p.m. Next 6 Saturday p.m. already. Next Saturday.
That's crazy. So 6 p.m. Eastern time next Saturday on Whatnot. If you guys don't have Whatnot, feel free to download the app to see what it's all about. Or I know there's a lot of people in here who are already on Whatnot. Make sure to go bookmark the event. Even if you don't buy anything, if you don't have room in your budget,
I always say,
bookmarking helps out a ton. And also just being there helps out a ton as well. Because let's be honest, if we see an auction on the app, just anybody, if you see an auction and you're like, oh, there's 70 people in there, I'm going to go see what's going on. It's just human nature. People are drawn to crowds. So you being there for 10 minutes, you bookmarking, it goes a long way. So thank you guys for helping us out. And we want to see, Vincent Bree raise a ton of money for the Ronald McDonald Foundation. I think
we put, I mean, the amount of work that we put into it. We did 4 videos last week. We're going to probably have 4 videos this week now too, because of the amount of stuff that we got in. So it's been a lot of work, and we're hoping I've said it before. We get more nervous doing a charity auction than I've ever get doing anything else, because I feel pressure to come through for the charities, even though they have no expectations from us. So,
well, people, especially if they take the time to send you items, whether it's out of their collection or just items they had lying around for mystery boxes or things they just don't want anymore. You kind of feel like you owe it to them to get close to the value of those items and put that money to a good cause.
100%. You nailed it on the head.
Yeah, so I completely understand that. Now let's talk about what you just mentioned, Vince, because I saw some people being a little salty earlier in the comments when the stream first started about this. And I want to bring this up and kind of maybe give a different perspective. So
yes, I would like to hear this.
General Grievous apparently restocked, and this is not the first time the pop has restocked. This pop was even re-released overseas, and then all the international sticker versions started coming over, and this pop's value plummeted pretty hard. I think at one point it was, well, I know for a fact at one point it was over $100.
Oh yeah.
It was also the only General Grievous they had made. Since then, I can think of at least 2 other General Grievous pops that they've made. Both of them are arguably better than this one. But here's the thing. And I know people are upset about restocking, but we don't know the number of the items that are actually being restocked. And I'm not trying to advocate on Funko's behalf and saying like, oh, restocking is fine. No, restocking pops that are, have already been out for years. Like, in my opinion, it's unnecessary. But we don't know if the restock is a box of 6 pops from one random Walgreens that shipped them back to Funko's website and they just put them up, or if it's a whole pallet of them that they found in the back of a warehouse. We don't
you know what
know.
though? We'll see on the bottom when they were printed. This is what bothers me. I honestly don't care that they restock old pops, because if they're not vaulted, no harm, no foul. They still they just re-released there's something I was looking at today. It's like a 10-year-old pop that they re-released. I don't have an issue with it. What I have an issue with is when they vault something and then it like unvaults and now becomes available. That bothers me. I like you vault it, like destroy stuff. If you find it in your warehouse, destroy it. I'm saying it a little bit in jest, but like this is years after. I would almost guarantee, maybe I shouldn't guarantee, but I'd almost guarantee that this is not going to be something that they found again, because when this restocked the first time, people were kind of up in arms. But it was also, I'm almost positive this was vaulted when that restock came in, and it had overseas stickers. So I was like, okay, I can be okay with that. But then to see it again, it's just like, and again, I guess I don't care because I still love this pop. I love the original one. I still have mine, and I don't care what the price is on it. But I come from the spot of, once something's vaulted, people do start spending some, serious money on certain things. And I don't think as a company, it's not a good look if that's something that they plan on using as a strategy. I think that's
not
just
a good look at all. And Jason makes a great point. The dates are different. I've seen that with multiple General Grievous pops. They did it with the holographic Ahsoka from the Rebels line. They also did it with Darkside Anakin, which was also a Walgreens sticker.
But those were not, Darkside Anakin, was he vaulted? I don't think Ahsoka was ever vaulted.
But like, here's the thing. Unfortunately, so this is truth. And it's unfortunate. It is what it is. And Funko has done this to themselves. And until they can prove otherwise, you can't really put faith into something being vaulted anymore, just because
their app is terrible anymore.
So, that's the thing. The app is terrible. So do we know what is vaulted and what is not vaulted? I really have stopped paying attention to it. And that it kind of just brings you to the fact that like you have to collect what you want to collect. And if you're worried about value, well, then I would go after limited pieces, because 99, obviously we just talked about last year's fun days and everything, but like 99.9% of all the limited pieces out there are true to the number, true to the sticker. And they're never going to re-release those. You're never going to see some random Freddy from 2015 suddenly drop, or 2015 San Diego Comic-Con suddenly drop on Funko's website. They would never do that. So Funko doing this to themselves, and then news outlets like Diss Trackers and Funko Pop News and Sterling Pops and all these people like picking it up and posting it, this just makes people upset. So it's good traction for the news outlets, because negative news will always sell 10 times better than positive news. So it is unfortunate, but at the end of the day, like, there's nothing we can do to change it. Like, that's just
there's not. But that is one thing I think that they do have to listen to us, because if you start to lose a little faith and trust. And because you get people all the time that have no trust in the actual numbers that are released, even unlimited, which I don't feel that way. Like, I don't just just because they unvault a pop doesn't mean that they print 5,000 of a 2,000 piece pop, even though they could. But I always say that the market is going to bear that out. Like, limited piece pops, the market's always going to bear what that's going to be valued at. What they can't value at, and this is why it bothers me, is once something's vaulted, like, I don't want to pay $70 for something that I value that because the market's determined that over a couple years. We should be able to, as Funko as a company, we should be able to trust that once they vault it, like, they need to stick to it. And that's one thing, if I have to say what I would like to see change over this next year or so, that this never happens again, because I think that's not right to do to the consumer. I don't think it, like, why vault in the first place?
I agree with that 100%. And that's why I'm saying, like, Funko needs to earn our trust back in that aspect. and they need to, but they've actually, I've never heard anyone from Funko. I've never seen a post. I've never seen anything on their website. They have never made any sort of public announcement saying like, hey, this is the vaulting process. We make a pop, and then after X amount of years,
but they have a spot in their. Why do they have it in their? They created their app. They put that spot in there.
So apparently, yeah, it's in the app, but apparently that's for like, from what I was told, retailer use, like that, just to let the retailers know if something is still available, like that something is not vaulted, it's still available for them to purchase directly through Funko and then sell via their own website or through their own store or wherever they sell as a retailer. So, but I'm just saying that they've put that in their app, but they've never said like the vaulting process or this is what we do with the mold once we've determined.
I mean, here's a great example of one. We got Freddy Funko as Anakin, 600 piece pop, right? It still says available status.
Yeah, which makes no sense because it was
how would that not be vaulted?
Yeah. But here's the other thing too, and I know this pop has been re-released, a bunch of times. This pop is currently valued at $18.
Yeah.
So I know people are upset over it, and obviously this pop has been, like I said, re-released a few times. But I don't know, like it's frustrating. But I guess,
John, when I bought mine for $80, if I would have known that I could have got it for 18, I would have been happier. I mean, and like I said, I still love mine. So like it bothers me. It doesn't bother me to the point where, but like if they started making a habit of it, like we used to play around with the glow. Did Josh's camera die this time?
Yeah, I think his camera died. Yeah.
So like that glow, Hot Topic glow, Captain America, like there's certain things that should just not come out. Like if they re-release that, like it's just not. I don't think that that's right, and like that is a big, it's just distrust that you're going to build in your consumer that just shouldn't be there. I think vault it, make it feel special, make it feel like a collectible, because really that's where I think that's where they're trying to kind of head to with some of this limited piece stuff, the NFTs and all that. I think they're trying to get back there. This kind of thing just.
Then that's what I'm kind of hinting at. And I agree with you 100%. Truth Pigeon, I also agree with you. Funko needs to address this problem. They need to get to a point where maybe at the end of the year or quarterly, like we just got some news regarding how Funko did in Q1 of 2024. Maybe quarterly, Funko should come out with a report. And there's plenty of other companies that do this where they release certain information that's public to their customer base or anybody that has interest in the company. And maybe Funko once a quarter could come out and say, hey, the following pop lines from these years. So let's say like they're referring to, a certain amount of pops, because if they were to list every single pop, that might be insane. But if they were to say like, hey, we've deemed all the pops that were released in 2021 from One Piece are now vaulted. And if they come out with some sort of official announcement or official information release, that would put faith in consumers again for us trusting Funko and going, okay, the following items are vaulted from these years, from these lines. Everything else is up for grab and could be restocked at some point. Could be,
They have, but they create. Nobody made them make an app. This is what bothers me is nobody made them make an app. They made an app that has a like it says vaulted section, and the list. Like if you go there right now, you could see those last couple. You could see the running total of the stuff that's vaulted. Like, just stick to it. That they just got to stick to that, and then not make anybody upset.
I'd be curious though. Like I don't think that's the problem. The app might say vaulted or, doesn't say vaulted, or we didn't know at that time, a lot of the things that are older too. I mean, things have been around forever and still get reprinted, great example is the horror pop.
Spider-Man. I just got a
Spider-Man, Captain America, like some of those never get vaulted and they just keep making them and making them and making them. So I think hopefully they're looking at what they did with the whole app and eBay arrangement and why they like something must have happened between them and HobbyDB Top Price Guide or something to take that away instead, or and then the eBay deal they had, but it's still way off and doesn't do good for like. Then don't put values on there. Then
No.
like,
Well, right.
just have a way to track your collection and track
That's kind of what I guess the point
what's
I'm trying to
vaulted, not
make.
vaulted, stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's kind of the point I'm trying to make. Like if they don't want to stick to the vault thing, that's fine. Don't put it in your app and don't say that it's vaulted. And you
Yeah.
never have to answer the question. You never have like I feel like they're trying to build in the perception of value when they say vaulted. Like if I say, "Hey, this is a one of one item or an artist proof," like I'm not going to make 15 of that same thing. You know what I mean?
Well, no, it's not perception. That is like straight fact. You are indicating that the supply is limited and that the
Right.
value will increase or
And that's
be
kind of where I'm saying, like, they shouldn't put that in their app if they're not going to stick to it. Like, just
True.
don't vault anything,
I mean,
and then we're all up to deem whatever we want to.
If they were smart, and they are smart with some things, other things they're not.
They're
If they were
slower to
smart,
the
like
party. It's okay. This is constructive criticism.
it is,
This is
yeah,
not
it is.
like
And based on General Grievous here, like if Funko was really worried, if they were like, man, General Grievous is going up, we're not going to get a piece of the pie of the aftermarket, and that's most companies. They don't have controlling interest unless they own a platform that the
Right.
secondary market is selling on. They don't have a way to extract some of that money for the value of their products on the secondary market if it's going up. So they're like, hey, people are buying General Grievous. How do we get more money? Okay, we're going to make more General Grievuses. If they were smart, they would say, all right, people want General Grievous. It's going up on the aftermarket. Let's vault that one. Okay, we're not going to make it again. Let's make a similar version, which Funko does all the
which
time.
is
They make
what they did.
similar, yeah, they make similar versions of characters all the time. If people then deem that, okay, General Grievous over here is now $50. It's out of my price range. I don't pay more than $15 for a pop. I'm now going to go to Funko's website and buy the new General Grievous because it's similar. I like
Right.
it and I need one for my collection. So I don't know why they don't do that, because
Like the Wizard
it's not
of
like
Oz.
it's not like they're only making one pop of each character for the rest of time. They make so many similar variants.
That's what I'm saying. Like we've seen it time and time again. Like the Wizard of Oz is a great example. They've got almost the identical characters. They almost look the exact same, except for the old school look versus the new school. But that's a beautiful way to do it. Like a lot of people want to collect those. They can't get, and we're at a point where Funko's at the point in their, as a company that they have to come back around on some of this stuff to get pieces of the pie. But don't re-release the old stuff. Do exactly what you did. Make a brand new line. It's for the new collectors. It didn't kill the value for the old stuff. I feel like the old stuff is just as collectible, if not more, when some of the new stuff comes out. Sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes a new figure is going to hurt the value. And, even that's okay. Like, I'm not going to hate them for that. But to pull stuff out of when it's the vaulted stuff, because this is not the first, it's probably not going to be the last. That's kind of where I'm at with that. I'd love to see that change, sooner than later.
Yeah. The other thing that I will say, just to bring another perspective or another counterpoint to the restocking conversation, is it's not often, but there are other instances where items have restocked and the value has gone back up because there was that much demand for the item. So it's not an end all be all. Like if you're worried about your collection and you're worried about the price you paid for that specific pop, like General Grievous, and you're like, man, this restocked and now it's going down. Like I have no doubt that Darkside Anakin will go up a little bit after this latest restock is over. Will it ever return to the value that had at its peak? Probably not. But it is what it is. Velvet has a great
other thing.
Oh, sorry,
like,
Josh.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, like anything else too. Like you could say the same thing about the con pops that just sold at the con. Like a lot will never sell for what they sold for.
Yeah, exactly.
At the
Yeah,
con.
because it was just the peak of their hype and excitement and everything. So yeah, they're like, will Franny ever sell for $300 plus ever again? Probably not, because they're going to make more Frannies. They're probably going to make more limited Frannies, and why would people pay 3,000 pieces for the Pan Am Freddy ever again when it's just going to, fluctuate and then probably level out at like 50, 60 bucks. But Velvet has a fantastic comment here. My hubby just had his 51st birthday. Tells everyone he is 25 with now 26 years of experience. I like that. I might have to use that someday. It's pretty awesome. I like that.
I'm gonna need to use that.
Yeah, exactly. Funko 401 says restocks are only one thing that kills values.
Yeah.
The bigger thing is when they start making several variants of the same character. That is also another issue. If you make too many variants of the same character, then it might kill the value.
I mean, Jar Jar Binks is still super expensive for the blue box one.
Well, I feel like the
Jar
blue
Jar
box
Binks now.
I feel like the original blue box ones will always hold value just because there's so few of them on the market, and there's so many people that collect Star Wars. So speaking of newer pops, that I'm curious to get everybody's thoughts here on what is it going to do to the original line. We're getting newer Shrek pops, and
here's a perfect example of what we're talking about right now.
Yeah, exactly. And there's only 3 Shrek pops, right? They just made Shrek, Puss in Boots, and Donkey, right? With the original line. I think that was
the
it.
ginger guy, Gingy. And then there's an Amazon exclusive Puss in Boots that's like a different color.
Newer movie, right?
I want Gingy.
I mean, Donkey is different.
Shrek and Donkey
looks
are
almost
like
the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people are excited, including Jeremy, about Gingy. It's very awesome.
Gingy's great. I love anything gingerbread.
I mean, Fiona, you got a Fiona there.
Yeah, Fiona looks great with the
Shrek line. The original Shrek line was it only Shrek and Donkey?
I think that's it.
I think that's all that there was.
Well, that's what I was saying. Yeah, there was only a few.
See, and this is the way to do it though. Why like if they like I don't even know, is Shrek and Donkey vaulted? I would assume that they are, but don't unvault them. Just do this. Do this. I'm fine with this. Like even if it does hurt the value, like I would be okay as a collector that a new thing comes out, because if I really love Shrek and Shrek, the movie, the theatrical, everything Shrek, I love Shrek. Like I would still pick this up.
Yeah, and just to give you reference, the original Donkey is currently $80.
Yeah.
So will this newer Donkey bring down the value? It's actually a way better, way more creative mold. It might, or it might actually take that $80 and make it to over 100, because then people will realize like the original Donkey came out in 2016. So it's 8 years old. So yeah, it's not an easy pop to find. So could that Donkey now go up to $100? Maybe.
Puss in Boots.
Yeah, there's a Puss in
like
Boots
me,
pop.
A collector like
Puss
me
in
would
Boots
try to get
Puss in
this
Boots
and
is
want to go
95.
get the older ones too.
I know, right, Brian? If only somebody could recommend that people be patient. Yeah, 2016. The Lost. I saw you drop this comment. I saw you drop this comment a few times, The Lost. Just out of curiosity, I'm looking for a source to pick up the 3 glow-in-the-dark hitchhiking ghosts. Anyone know a place? I don't know which.
He's talking the Disney ones. You got to be careful. There's a lot of fakes of the hitchhiking ghosts.
Ones?
Yeah, the glow ones are the SDCC ones, correct?
Yeah. And they're not
cheap.
They're not
cheap.
The
ones like Haunted Mansion?
Yeah, you're talking like $300 to $700 probably each. They're super expensive, and there are a ton of fakes of those, especially Hatbox ghosts. They're not good fakes for the most part, so you could kind of tell, but you would have to do some hunting. It would take a while because they're limited too. They're 1,000 piece, I believe, each.
Oh wow!
So not a great source. You can check eBay. You can check some local pop shops, but
a lot in Florida seem to have them. A lot in probably California seem to have them, because I mean a lot of people got them.
You know,
Utah
Mason,
has
of
them.
course, that store. Mason's got the
Dude,
best, the best
Pop
stores
City,
anywhere,
Utah
right?
store. I followed them on Instagram and I see some of the stuff they post. Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
What a place to be.
Although we did look up, we were curious. We looked up some places in Pennsylvania, and oh man, I am so excited to go hunting at a bunch of those stores. They look like they have some really good pop stops. Not as good as Utah, but definitely better than Massachusetts. So I'm excited for that. But yeah, Ralphie's $7 a pop. Those are two good companies. They do weekly pop drops, so be on
Yeah,
the
they'll
lookout.
get them every once in a while.
But there is a new Shrek movie on the way. Although these all look like they are based off of Shrek 2, or at least the original Shrek. So it'll be interesting to see people grab these. I think it'll just be exactly what you kind of said, Vince, with like a Wizard of Oz situation where newer collectors are excited to grab these. Collectors that might have been in the game for a while, they might not have a Shrek yet in their collection. So it'll be a great item to get for retail. So,
Or they have the Shrek and Donkey and want to get Gingy. I'll probably get Gingy. Gingy's a squirrel away for me. Wouldn't be a
Think
prominent
Donkey
one,
has
but
the
it's probably
glitter?
something I need to have.
Donkey's all
Mason
glitterized.
definitely getting out there at some point. Oh yeah, no worries. The loss. I'm sorry. The chat is like, it's going pretty quick tonight. So if I see or if I miss anybody in the chat, like just drop it again, and I'll be happy to highlight. I try to catch as many comments as I can. So
Yeah, I'm oblivious. So
Dave says, bottom line, you can pick up any pop and any soda if you're willing to pay the price, and that's a good point because an item's value is only worth as much as someone is willing to pay. So if you're willing to pay, like let's say for the original donkey, if you're willing to pay $80, well, that is what can be clarified as the perceived or actual value of that donkey. If you're not willing to pay $80 and you only want to pay $15, well, now you have a great opportunity to grab the newer donkey because you're not going to buy the previous donkey because it's out of your price range. So but yeah, these are coming. These look great. And I'm sure, I think most of the retailers already have these up for pre-order. So they, there's discounts and stuff. You can use our codes for Ralphie's and such. So there's ways to get them even cheaper than retail, which is nice. Another wave, really briefly, that I wanted to bring up, which I'm excited for. I don't know if anybody else is excited for it, but they're making live action Titans pops, which I think actually look really good considering they've made several Nightwings. They've made a couple Beast Boys, not many. They haven't made very many Ravens. They've also not made that many Starfires, but I think these all look fantastic compared to their counterparts in real life on the show. So Funko did a really good job.
It took them this long to make the live action one.
Yeah, they had 4 seasons. The show is over.
I was going to say it came out a while ago. No,
they should have come out. The show came out a long time ago. These should have come out, yeah, a heck of a long time ago. I think the easiest thing for Funko to do, I never understand why they don't do certain things. So if you guys don't know, Beast Boy, these are all DC characters right here. Beast Boy, his power is that he shapeshifts into other animals. They could just hit it out of the park if they did a chase of him as like a tiger or like a chase of him as like a green gorilla. Like that would be such an easy layup. Obviously, it would be a different mold and everything, but it would get DC fans excited to collect those chases. Yeah, Gerald's excited. Gerald is getting the Titan Pops. Isn't it a pretty intense show? Yeah, I'll be right there. It's a fairly intense show, but it's nothing crazy.
Yeah, I feel like I watched maybe a couple episodes of it.
What does he turn into the most on the show? I feel like he doesn't turn.
I think I stopped watching before Beast Boy came on. Unless I'm thinking of something else.
Gorilla. I don't know. But yeah, the Titan show.
I think he turns into the tiger the most. I think
tiger the most. I think that's the one they have like most ready for. Because I mean, you can't. It's not like the cartoon where they can turn them into anything all the time, like dinosaur or whatever.
But Titan's a great show. If you guys haven't seen the Titan show, it was on a few networks. It got bounced around.
Max, right?
Yeah, I think it was on HBO Max. Yeah. Tommy said, my local shop got in a grail I want so bad. The D23 Mickey Mouse, and I want to sell a kidney for it. Well,
Tommy, I understand.
I wouldn't do that, but can completely relate on that.
I mean, you could help someone in need too. So that's a good
True.
offer from you.
Very true.
Yeah, I didn't watch What did I watch? I watched something. I'm pretty sure Nightwing was it. Was there another TV show
With
that was
Nightwing?
not Teen Titan? Like, what am I
Uh,
thinking of? Was there a show called Titans?
it's called Titans. Yeah, that
Titans.
was the show.
Called Titan.
It was in the. He was in the first.
Titans.
Beast Boy was in the first episode.
Yeah, he might have been.
What did I watch? I watched something. DC. I don't know what I watched.
It was probably Titans. I think he was in the pilot. I know the pilot had Dick Grayson's Nightwing, and it had I know it had the girl who played Raven. She did an amazing job in the show. It's been a while since I've seen it, but
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and I don't have a clue what I watched. I love Pink Panther, by the way. Love it.
Pink Panther looks fun. Another larger pop, and I feel like this is kind of they kind of missed the boat on this.
Way past its moment though.
With the Loki show, and I don't know why too, because I feel like the Loki pops overall, even though some of them are
I
cool.
thought that was
I feel
Dorothy from Wizard of Oz. Are my
Oh,
eyes that bad?
It's Loki on
Oh.
that. You're thinking like, but
Oh, that's
yeah,
Loki. I thought he had a
there's
dress.
both
Okay,
Loki
I
and
No.
Loki.
that would have been a
see what I'm
cool
looking at. I
moment
apologize.
though
Bad eyes.
from Wizard of Oz, but no, it's Loki. Yeah,
I thought I saw like a
This
checker
was way
dress.
past
No,
its
it's a
moment.
shirt. Okay.
if
Gotcha.
they were making another Loki season, I could see this selling well. But these pops are so big.
It was a
but-
cool moment, but yeah.
I don't think it fills enough of the thing too. I don't know, but isn't this going to be potentially where the next part of the MCU kind of goes into this?
Well, we know the TVA is going to be in the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, so there's probably going to be some callbacks to Loki.
I'm thinking this is supposed to be like this is where Secret War starts taking place, right?
Probably, yeah. Probably. We'll see. But we also
I'm way
get Pink
more excited
Panther.
about Pink Panther.
Yeah, is this our only second Pink Panther pop?
I don't think we have a Pink Panther pop.
Or is this the first ever?
You're thinking
Pink
of Snagglepuss.
No, I thought there was one Pink Panther. Is there or is this the first Pink Panther pop?
I think it's the first. I feel like I would have known that, but not that.
All right.
know
I don't see one on. I just searched on Pop Price Guide really quick. I guess this is the first one. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I
If
think
it
you're
has, then
thinking
you can get a Black
Snagglepuss
Widow.
looks almost identical.
Yeah,
to
I might be thinking of Snagglepuss. You might be right. Yeah. Well, that's cool. See, and
we have
that
a Flash Gemini.
that's exciting because anytime they release a new character in pop form like that, gets people going. You know, it might be vaulted. Don't go there, bro.
Not no more.
Too soon. Let me see what else we got this week because we got a lot of teases for different waves coming up. Oh, I saw a lot of people excited for this one, and that includes us. New Wednesday pop coming out. Chalice Collectibles.
I'm looking forward
exclusive.
to season 2.
Yeah,
we
so
loved
season
it.
2 is filming. What do you guys think of this?
I like that it's exclusive to Chalice, and I like the mold.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I think yeah, the more Wednesday, the better, because there's going to be a lot of hype for season 2. She's also going to be obviously not as Wednesday Addams, but Jenna Ortega is going to be in the Beetlejuice sequel. So I feel like she's going to be in a lot of horror and Halloween themed stuff for the next few years. So
I think we have a Wednesday with Cello for the charity auction too.
oh, nice.
I know a set that was leaked this week that Vince might be excited for.
Oh, which one? The Transformers?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, here I'll pull up the Transformers here. I know I saw a
40th
bunch of people.
anniversary.
I know.
You know, I
that's
hope
so
they
crazy.
I hope they don't go
remember
crazy with it. I hope they keep it kind of with what they were showing.
With these 5, but there's also the 2-pack.
The
two
2-pack
pack.
too. I'll get the 2-pack because I've got all the other
Laserbeak. We got Laserbeak. That's the first
Laserbeak. I
Laserbeak.
love.
Yeah.
He was Soundwave's dude, right?
Buddy.
Yeah, it turns into like
Yeah.
tape, right?
God, I love that. That was such a good one. Yeah, I like all these.
The little thing on them. Like, oh no, the little thing on them. Like, yeah, all these were. Oh
Is it just me though? I mean, is Optimus Prime and Megatron kind of look really similar to
Oh
the
no,
ones
they're
that
the
are
exact
made?
same. I mean,
Oh,
they're
okay, all
almost
right.
identical to the stuff that we got before because I think we've already had them with their guns. We also had them with their alternate weapons from the GameStop box, I believe. So this is pretty much the exact same. I'll get them because I've got all the other ones, but yeah, I'm not super excited about those just because we got multiples. But Astro Train, Blaster, Laserbeak, I'm down. I love it.
Is this the first time we're getting Astro Train, Blaster,
Yeah.
and Laserbeak?
Yes.
Okay.
And yes.
Well, that I can get behind because if you're giving us, new characters, but you're obviously giving us the ones that everybody knows and loves, I can get behind that.
Yeah, because it's the 40th year and they're different boxes. I don't want to see like 20 of these for the 40th year. I hope they keep it a little bit smaller. But I like that we got 3 and they've done a good job. Like other than Optimus and Megatron, I don't think we got duplicates of any of the other ones. If I'm remembering correctly. I think everything else has only had one pop and like not like a metallic and a flocked Megatron or anything like that. So
NFTs that just came out. Go with them.
yeah, the NFTs.
So
Picked
here's
up
the
a
two
couple
pack.
from Josh. I'm actually 100% complete right now for Transformers.
Oh, look at that! Just in
And for the
time for
movie.
them to release new ones. There you go.
And hey, I'm ready. And I kind of like. I like that we're getting metallic ones because this is the metallic version of these.
As a sticker snob, I'm super excited that they put the Hot Topic sticker in the middle. I think that
Let's
looks
hope they
great.
did it. Sometimes you see that on one Hot Topic, and then not all the Hot Topics get the stickers in the same spot. I hope that they leave it there.
Me too. Hope that's the case. And we also got a new wave of Turtles pops, which I know a bunch of people are excited for. Let me try to find those.
The amount of turtles I have, and I want these too. It bothers me that I want these. I almost want them to do a 4-pack and just buy the 4-pack.
Didn't
And then
they
I'll
kind of
buy
do that?
is that Is it Splash?
Yeah.
The other guy?
Yeah, he's awesome looking.
It's great. Oh, I think it's great.
Who's the little guy with Slash? His little
his little pop buddy.
I love when they have the pop buddies, especially the little weird ones like that.
Yeah. Now is he like a reoccurring character, or did he? I'm not familiar with that character. Splash. That's his
from
name?
the original cartoon, like OG cartoon. I had the toy of Slash. Like,
oh wow,
we're having it.
Is this the one that squirted water?
I don't think so. I just had the regular.
I'm thinking of something from O2. It might have been
You're thinking of the
Cobra guy.
The Sucker Man, the one that
I could be thinking of a lot of things right now. So no, these are cool. These remind me of the original toys.
Yeah.
Okay.
With their little plastic.
Yeah, they're totally based on those original toys. Yeah. Even all the weapons look like.
That's what I'm saying. I remember the weapons being this color. All of the weapons were the exact same color.
Yeah.
Oh, Gerald, congratulations. He pulled a Grail star for Mystery Grail today. He got the Chase, Glow, and Flocked Cheshire Cat. That has quite a few stickers. Congratulations. That's a great one right there. It's always nice to pull a Grail. That's always fun. There's a lot of stuff that drops. We also have a new wave of Minions coming out for the Despicable Me 4 movie. I don't know if anybody caught it.
Kind of crazy and fun. I mean, I like Universal's really playing up the Minions. I wouldn't be surprised if they have they should have a Universal Park exclusive because they have the whole new Minions area at Universal. We just went this Saturday.
Yeah.
And they have a new ride. They really are expanding the whole area. They have food places and everything around the Minions. So I mean, Universal's all in on the Minions. So it's kind of cool to see some fun pops like this. I'd love to see a Universal exclusive and stuff like they did with Disney. They did it the fluffy one before. I'm so fluffy, like the unicorn.
So. Oh, hey, Oregon, what's going on? Good to see you in the house.
Good morning.
Yeah, crazy. But that's not the only wave of stuff we have. Oh my gosh, it just keeps going and going. We also have a new wave of NFL pops, which I feel like is kind of weird timing with it.
One of my favorite players was in that wave.
Which one? Aaron Rodgers?
Brown.
hopefully they don't switch teams.
Well, they just signed Amon St. Brown to a very lucrative contract, so I feel confident with my Detroit Lion there.
Okay.
There you go. I like how all these look like football players, and then Aaron Rodgers is just kind of like standing there.
He's holding his helmet on the side. He's like,
I mean, that's
Yeah.
kind of all he did last year. I think he
But it's
stood
small.
for the national anthem, and that was it.
why
There
is
you
his
go.
helmet so small? Everyone else's helmet's huge. His helmet's tiny.
Because when you're holding it, anything you're holding neck down, it just goes back to regular
It
size.
shrinks.
It's no longer like abnormal pop size. It goes down. That's why I like all the pops. They have little accessories.
And they did a good job with Back from Home too. Like, look at like a different pose. Like,
Yeah, they don't do
good
this
to
for the
see.
hockey pops. We need another wave of hockey pops.
I like the football pops. I think the football pops are my favorite sports pops.
Yeah, they do a good job.
Even more than the hockey ones, because we haven't got very much. They're all pretty basic, except for the goalies. The goalies I love.
Half the hockey ones, they're either retired or they play on different teams.
Yeah.
Now, Tommy says he got $5 mystery sodas, pulled 3 chases, spent $25, and his estimated value on return was $165. He made out pretty well with
Tommy,
that.
I hope you filmed it.
That's amazing.
Tell me
Yeah,
where I can
wanna
see
this
that.
video.
I love it.
Yeah, right. The new Utah Hockey Club needs a hockey pop.
Yeah.
I agree.
Bummer
All
for
right, let's-
Arizona, but great for Utah.
Yeah, they need to bring back the Whalers. That's the team I'm hoping they bring back at some point. We also got some new Rocks pops as well as some new Barbie pops, which I feel like they haven't really.
Barbie 65 years.
Yeah, I feel like they could
Barbie.
make an infinite amount of Barbies, and they should.
Voodoo Ranger isn't a Rocks pop. It should be ad icon pop. Right?
Yeah, Voodoo Ranger is a ad icon.
Well, this was just like a Mosh Posh slide.
Yeah, but Voodoo Ranger, second Voodoo Ranger we have out, so second from the beer. Interesting.
This one's super cool too.
How they did it. Yeah, it's so. This is like kind of cool that they're doing it. Like they have this partnership with them.
Oh,
be able to do something like that. I would like to see that with some of the other ones, maybe.
And where is Tall Man from? Is that what is that?
I found it.
don't know.
Remember
Oh,
what you're
yes.
looking
Yeah. Oh,
Where
nice.
is he from? I'm trying to remember.
This is the one the captain bought.
Phantasma.
Oh, amazing.
No, it just says Phantasma.
Here, can you take a picture of it? Because
It doesn't say movie, what line, but it says 1,588 is a movie. Is that a movie, Phantasma?
and then right here.
Chris is saying movie. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a movie. It's weird it doesn't, like the glam doesn't say movies on the line.
Yeah, it says nothing. Maybe they're
right
gonna just
now.
do a whole thing like Disney. I mean, maybe it's gonna be a big line.
Apparently, you never see Tall Man merch, so this is a big deal.
Yeah.
And I think
He's pretty tall. Again.
I think that was it for the most part. A couple anime releases as well. We got Suma on the Funko Shop, and then let me see which characters we have
Yeah,
here. There was,
Pichu, a metallic Pichu drop.
yeah, Metallic Pichu from Pokemon. Here we have.
I want the
a couple
Mihawk.
more ones. These are so these are supposed to release at some point this month.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
It looks like you're not the only one. So I don't know if anybody else does this, but I like to gauge interest on certain pops by seeing how many likes
Yeah.
like the big news outlet posts have. This one has almost 2,000 likes. So a lot
Well,
of
for people that are into One Piece that just watched the Netflix show, he was in the Netflix show. So I think it holds like a different place. Like, cause I know who that is.
mhm.
So, like, if I know who he is, I'm thinking that other people really probably know who he is. So, and then you got Bleach and Inuyasha. I mean, how can you go wrong with those?
Yeah.
So we're getting another limited Snoop Dogg pop too.
Oh,
Are
we
we?
don't need that.
We don't need that.
No.
Oh,
I'm
the last
surprised
thing-
with the Snoop shop closed now. But maybe it was planned before it actually closed down.
Maybe.
So the last thing I want to recap on really quick, I forgot to mention this earlier. It's been a crazy day. Oh, what's up, Pop? Stop crossing your fingers for a Freddy Jumbo Chan. Oh, nice. I hope
Oh,
you
good luck.
get in, man. That's
Good
awesome.
luck.
Funko released their quarterly financial reports here for Q1, and it looks pretty good. And I feel like not a lot of people are talking about this, even though within the report there was a lot of good things that they mentioned, and it seems like they're getting things back on track. Which
Good.
sometimes Q1 is the hardest quarter to make money because you're coming right off the holidays. A lot of people have just spent a lot of money, so they're reevaluating their budgets and everything. But it seems like Funko is doing pretty well based on these results.
Well,
Good for them.
and another big thing as part of that, they announced their new CEO.
Yeah, we got a new CEO coming, which I saw some people being very negative to, and I feel like it was
Well, I
kind of
feel like people in general on the internet are pretty negative. I saw some of the same comments, like anybody would know who a CEO and like know which direction. I mean, I don't think that there's not a way to win with some things. I mean, I have no clue who Cynthia Williams is, but I wish her nothing but the best. And I hope that they honestly, I hope they keep down the path. I really like what I mean, I've said it multiple times. Not perfect. We listed some of their flaws here tonight, but I feel like a lot of stuff was good and they're moving in the right direction. I like what's going on.
I hope so too. I don't know
Keep
anything
it up,
about her.
Cynthia. You're doing amazing so far, from what I can tell.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
comes from Hasbro.
yeah, I
So
like
Yeah,
that. I
Hasbro
like that
Gaming.
she has,
gaming
she has some background. I mean, based on just the little that I know about her, she sounds like she has some background in running a toy company or running a collectible company, however you want to look
and
at it.
Amazon fulfillment, e-commerce, direct to customer business fulfillment is part
Well,
of her
I'll tell you
roles
what,
too.
their
So
fulfillments have been great. So,
making that
keep it up.
happen, that was their biggest thing. They kept stressing, right? Direct to customer stuff for them too, as well.
Yeah.
Increase their profits with that.
So I saw some people making comments related to that. I guess, lots of reprints of Magic the Gathering cards and Hasbro figures and everything. But like, you cannot blame one person at a company for the decision of an entire company. Like, you can't blame like Mike Becker for everything that happened last year at Fun Days because it's not his fault. People like to blame the face of a company for something that they did wrong when that person might have not had any hand in what happened. So I'm
No, but
optimistic.
as a CEO, I mean, I think it's a valid concern. As a CEO, you are responsible for the direction. So if we see like 15 things get unvaulted in the next 3 months, guess what? I'm going to say, Cynthia, shame on you. Shame on you
Yeah.
that you do something like that. So yeah, I mean, I've heard some of the same kind of things. I'm not going to pretend like I'm like I know exactly what she has accomplished in her career. I hope that we see, like I said, I kind of laid it out here. I don't want to see the reprints. I don't want to see the unvaultings. I think if they stick in that direction, I hope they start to go back to more the collectible directive or whatever direction is, I think, what I'm trying to say, and not as much to the toy side. I get that they're going to probably have to keep pushing that. And I think maybe our limited stuff is just going to be maybe our limited stuff, and they might keep down the road of overproducing everything else. We might have to curtail the way we collect little bit, but we'll see what happens. Like I said, so far this year, I've really enjoyed what they've been doing and the direction they're going, and I hope they keep down that road and don't start straying away from it.
I'll be curious if she takes a role like Brian Mariotti, where she's involved in the community at all too, at the like Fun Days and San Diego Comic-Con. Like, go out there and speak and talk and be a part of the events for Fun Days and stuff like that.
I would feel like that's not going to.
The last person that was in the role really, they were just in the role. We didn't ever hear from them or see from them or anything.
For the most part, Josh, though, for CEOs, like that's what you get. Like you don't get, because let's be honest. When Brian Mariotti, he bought Funko. Am I correct?
He made it.
Bought Funko.
He made it
right
where it was.
He was a passionate, like he was in there. Do you know what I'm saying? Most CEOs, like they bounce from company to company because they're good at business. Do you know what I mean? It's not because they love Hasbro so much or they loved Amazon so much. And I'm not saying that they don't, because I don't know her personally, but I'm saying typically CEOs bounce around because they are good at what they do and they know how to lead a company in whichever direction they're going to go into. So I don't think that we're getting a face. Again, just my speculation. I think maybe that's why we're getting so much of Mike. And God bless. What a great person to really be the face of the company. Like, thank goodness that because even down to the commenting on a couple posts and getting a little information, we're not getting anything else really from anybody else. But I think that's okay. Like, I think he's a generally really liked person, and I hope that that's what we continue to see this year, because I've loved it so far. I love that he's more involved than, not that he wasn't involved before, because I think he was a lot involved before, but even more involved. I think that that's fantastic.
Well, to Mike's credit, honestly, to Mike Becker's credit, you see him on the forefront of videos every week, little Instagram reels. Of course, he's running around the Comic-Cons and stuff. He could simply not do that. Like, he gets paid his salary regardless. So whether he goes to San Diego Comic-Con or not, I'm sure there's certain events that, like, hey, Mike, you are required to show up at the Funko panel at C2E2. But going around and giving out protos and taking pictures with fanatics, like, I would be shocked if that was like part of his contract, or like whatever his agreement is. He's doing that because he actually loves doing it.
I feel like you're 100% right. I think he does it because he cares deeply about the brand, and like all the extra stuff that he does. No, I don't think anybody's telling him that, hey, you got to be nice like when you out there. I think that he really just genuinely loves the brand, really does care about the fanatics. I mean, he really cares about the fans. I mean, and again, not that I know him personally at all. I did get the chance to meet him. I've met other people before that are maybe well known and that kind of thing, and I don't always walk away feeling the same way that I did walking away from my interaction with him. So that's a credit to just him as a person and him as somebody that cares about a brand that he created, and it's fantastic to see that.
I had a feeling this was Steve. Thank you. It seems like you're on two different counts right now. So Steve says, when I asked my finance guy if I should sell my Funko shares, he said no. She is widely considered a great choice by other analysts, and the futures are bullish on Funko right now, which means good. So
that means good.
That is great to hear, and that's very optimistic. I feel like now moving into May, we have San Diego Comic-Con right around the corner, and then the downslide to New York Comic-Con. So we're moving into like the most exciting time of the year to be a Funko collector. So that's, I think, great. Give somebody else a shot. I think it would be something that she should do. She doesn't have to go as far as Mike and dress up in the silly costumes and run around the stage and stuff, but I think it would be in her best interest to at least make a couple public appearances, maybe make an appearance at Funko Hollywood and interact with some people. Mondays, something like, just get your face out there, because if you put yourself out there, people can then see like, all right, you care. I don't know who you are. I don't know what your background is. I don't know what your qualifications are. I don't know what your capabilities are when it comes to this company, but I can see that you're here, you're wearing a Funko t-shirt, you're cheering on everything or whatever's going on, and you care about the company. And I feel like that alone will send shockwaves through the company, through the community. It will get people interested in the products. It will get people excited about collecting. And that's what it's all about. So
that'd be cool.
That'd be awesome. Vince, let's cut to you got a couple big announcements you got to share with the class.
Yeah,
here.
guys, huge news. I'm not pregnant. I seen people taking speculations. No, I'm not. I apologize for having to say that. But guys, so obviously we got the charity auction coming up. I'm gonna ask a big, huge favor. We actually have a website now, the Popping Duo. If you go to poppingduo.com, nothing bad. They sell great popcorn, I believe.
But they do. I went there the other night by accident. I was like, oh,
hey, listen, when I was searching up our domain, when I was picking up our domain, I saw it right away. I'm like, I had no clue there was a Popping Duo. We're the Popping Duo. So if you guys want to check that out, you can go over there. There's a few things live now. Ronald McDonald House charity dog tags are on there. We've gotten so many people that say they don't use Whatnot, which I totally understand. So we wanted to make the dog tags available. All the charity dog tags for all the months through the year will be available there now. If you want to pick those up, you guys can participate. If you didn't participate in Whatnot, you can go do that now. Our protectors are on there. We have our chase stickers on there and a couple other things. But what the big announcement is going to be, we are doing a mystery box run. We are going to do 40 boxes. The boxes will be, I'm right now tentatively $60 boxes, all over guaranteed value. Right now, we don't have them boxed yet. That's why they're not live, because until they are 100% boxed up, we will not put them on the site. But we've got one of the top hits we're going to show you in Tuesday's video. I'm going to show you the other two top hits right now. One we got donated from Fugitive Toys. They donated the glow in the dark Fugitive Toys Loki. Beautiful pop, hard stack, fantastic condition. One of the top hits, 40 boxes. And then the other one, listen, we've put a lot of our own stuff in because we want this charity to be as successful as possible. I got 2 Freddies from the Halloween. I'm keeping the one that I wanted the most was the pirate one. The one I wanted the second most was this one, but I am putting it in the mystery box run again because we would like to sell the 40 boxes out. It is Freddy Funko as the gunslinger.
That is fire.
I have not even seen the glow on this yet. I can't wait to see it for the first and last time because this will be in somebody else's hand. But honestly, the charity means that much to us that I'm more than happy to put that in there. We will have a mystery box run during the show, which will be buy it now. I forgot to grab that top hit, but that's going to be the Deep Spacesuit Iron Man. And those boxes will probably be only $25 each. And we got a couple surprises for that. So we picked that up from My Pops. We actually purchased that one for the mystery box. So we're putting a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into it. If you guys can join us next Saturday, we would super appreciate it. If you could go bookmark that now so we could get the bookmarks up, we'd super appreciate that even more. But we've got these fun boxes. Hopefully, it's all from the stuff you guys donated. Everything that was donated, a good majority is in this 40 box run that will be live Monday night on our website, The Poppin' Duo. We'll make announcements on Instagram, and we'll probably put something out in our video on Tuesday night as well, just to recap that a little bit. But guys, thank you so much for the support so far. You guys have been amazing. You two gentlemen are amazing as well, but really appreciate just the outpouring. We're truly humbled. You guys will see in Tuesday's video, I'll be honest, was probably our most emotional video. And I'm not saying this to drive the views. It's really the message behind it. There was a couple letters that we read in Tuesday's video that just, it hit home. And the crazy thing, and this was not planned in any way because we did not read the letters beforehand. The top hit that we pulled that day was not as good as the letters, but it was almost as good as the letters. So it was a super special video. We hope you guys check that out next week. And then really that's it. Just hope to see you guys all out there. Even if you're not in the position to purchase anything, come hang out. It's going to be a blast. Me and Bree will probably be delirious. It might be our longest live stream that we've ever done. We're going to live stream it on YouTube as well. So everybody's going to be able to participate in all the fun and enjoyment next week.
And so the mystery, just to recap, mystery boxes go live on the website
Monday night.
Monday night. Okay. Monday night.
Because it was going to be Sunday. We got a dance competition. We're going to be there probably till 9:00 and we're going to drop it on Monday. So we have everything boxed because like I said, I think it's super important to have all the mystery boxes completely boxed. I don't want to know where anything is. We're going to slap labels on them as they're sold and that's it.
Yeah. No, you guys are going to do great. A lot of work going into it, and it's going to be an awesome show. So
yes,
I know I'm looking forward to it, and we're going to look forward to hopefully grabbing some boxes from the website and also grabbing some boxes from the stream. So
they should be fun. They should be fun. Yeah, and Bree is listed, guys. If you want to look at some of the stuff we already have on there, we've got some cool stuff that we still got to announce this week. That I don't know if we haven't put it on there, and I'll announce it next week. We'll build a little bit of hype behind it. We got another thing actually from My Pops that they donated to us, which was even a very crazy thing. So we'll show you guys that next week, or over the next 7 days or so here.
I want to thank Grace. Grace dropped a $4.99 super chat. Thanks, Grace. Truly appreciate that. And I also saw some people are picking up dog tags from the website. See, Funko
Thank you, guys.
Canada got one. A few other people grabbed some, so that's awesome.
Appreciate
the
it.
Pop and Duo. If you go to
The Pop and Duo. If you want popcorn, I hear Pop and Duo is very good though too. So you might want to check out both.
Yeah. Don't get sidetracked. If you do end up buying popcorn, that's cool, but make sure you go to the Pop and Duo after you grab your
three extra
popcorn.
letters, please.
Yeah, no, it's going to be awesome. These charity auctions, I would argue that charity auctions take just as much work, if not more work, than a regular auction, because it's just a lot of stuff you got to make sure is in order, especially when you're doing 2 rounds of mystery boxes. Like, that's a lot.
We're actually doing 3, Jeff. Well, you know, I didn't even say anything about the
right.
soda mystery box. Listen, a lot of people send sodas too.
Oh,
So
wow.
I don't want to keep any of this stuff. I want to make sure that we get rid of stuff. And I know we still have stuff coming in. We got customs coming in still. I have 3 customs started, barely started, that I'm supposed to try to finish by next week. So we are going to be cranking stuff out. And again, it's we put our blood, sweat, and tears. Really, this is what we work for the year, is like doing something big like this, and we love it. It's demanding. There's a lot of work behind it, but it's really, you guys, it's the outpouring, like you said earlier, John. It's the community that's behind it. We don't want to let you guys down. So we hope you guys have a good time. We'll have a fun time, I know for sure.
And I guess we could just segue that right into I guess you kind of recap most of what you have going on, but you want to finish out and let everybody know everything else you have going on in the near future.
Me?
Yeah. I mean,
me? Oh, I'm that.
Are you done? You're done completely? Okay.
I'm
cool.
done. No, watch next.
Listen,
watch Saturday's video. It's a fun one, and watch Tuesday's video, which is, you'll laugh, you'll cry, it's an emotional roller coaster of fantastic emotions. You guys will love Tuesday's video.
Perfect. Josh, what do you have? As I finally was able to pull up, it kept taking me to the popcorn website, but this is the actual website for thepopandduo.com if you guys want to see what it looks like. So it looks clean. I like it. Oh, I need this.
You like the AI generated dog tags? Did AI do a fantastic job or what?
AI did a great job. Yeah, absolutely.
And my squirrel?
I want that squirrel away pop. How do we get that?
I'm going to have to show you guys. I'm not going to say anything yet.
Okay.
Squirrel away pop, though.
Yeah, I need a squirrel away pop that I can squirrel away. But all right, Josh, all you.
So of course, if you haven't watched the soda battle videos, you can watch them tonight, or you can wait till John drops his tomorrow and watch all 3. Either way, but you can see how those go. We'll have some more sodas this weekend. So we have some more sodas. So it's been an all soda week, which is kind of surprising for a while. We haven't done that for a while, but we have some fun stuff from Fugitive Toys soda auction we bought on Whatnot that we need to crack open a bunch of sealed sodas and see how we do. And then we have some mystery boxes coming up next week, some Pumpkin Paw, some other ones. So those will be coming out next week. We'll have an auction next week, which will be kind of just a fun, low-risk mystery box auction. And then I don't think Vince knows. I don't think he was on your auction, John, but John auctioned off one of my autograph pops. And I said whatever it went for is what I'm going to donate to you guys. So you'll have a nice little donation.
Josh, thank you. No, I didn't know that. I was on there for... Huh?
It went for $7, so don't get too excited. But no.
$7. You know what? Thank you. I appreciate that.
It went for a great amount. So
yeah.
No, that's fantastic. No, I did. You know, I tried to hang in there. Actually, I woke up.
I don't remember when it was. It was bouncing back and forth because we were out at Universal that night. So
we had
later on.
I was in between about 4 things that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember what it went for.
So they'll be coming towards you. And like I said, if you haven't booked their upcoming auction, please do that. We already have our charity auction up as well, too. So if you want to book that for August, you get a little reprieval for charity auctions between. So we always try to spread it out. We do ours twice a year for scholarships, once in the spring and once in the fall. So we'll be doing that one. And this one will be a special one because we already have a guaranteed match up to $10,000. So whatever we raise, it will be matched up to 10,000. So
Nice. That's amazing.
yeah.
Lauren, you might want to come to
Pretty
the
cool.
charity auction. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I'm excited for the Pop and Duo popcorn business. They're gonna get all this accidental traffic coming their way.
After we wrap up here, I might be hitting that place up.
They're gonna get some sales. They're not gonna figure out where all these people coming from. So no, but that's amazing. Yeah, we were able to do that for you, Vince. So I honestly got, I don't remember how much the pop went for, but I have it in our screenshots on a picture somewhere. So we'll of course
Well, I
get
truly
that over to you.
appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, no, thank the great people who have been supporting all three of our channels. We couldn't do what we do without you guys. So seriously, thank you for all the support on all our mystery boxes, you know, all the website drops, all the whatnot auctions, the videos, Patreon, channel memberships. It really means the world. Yeah, so we have our soda video. I know we've been kind of dry as far as content this week. It's just because we had a lot of craziness and trying to secure a house, which is very difficult in today's day and age. So this might be the last time we ever move. We might just call it quits.
That's what I did.
Hopefully this house works out for us and we can fix it up as nice as we want. And then this is the way. This is the house. But no, if we get the one that we're trying to get for, you know, right now, it's gonna blow everybody's socks off. And then when we do trick it out the way we hope to get it tricked out, it's gonna take our channel and channels to a level that we only dreamed possible, and now that dream is becoming a reality. So thank you guys so much. We'll have our soda video out tomorrow, and I think we're going to do our C2E2 unboxing for Saturday because we still have our bundle. Plus I made some mistakes on whatnot, and I bought a bunch of the pins because I really like the pins from other sellers the night that they got them, so I have those. And then yeah, so we're gonna do that for Saturday. Post Saturday, it's gonna be interesting. I think we're gonna be trying to shoot for 3 videos a week like normal, but it might be 2. And I promise that I will do my best to get a video out on Monday because I don't want to ruin anybody's week by not having the motivation. This one person from Germany messaged us and told me that we in fact ruined his week because he didn't have Monday motivation. And judging by the tone of the verbiage, I don't know if he was kidding or not. So
Germans are like, you know, I don't know if you could tell when they're kidding.
no. So if that gentleman or if that person, I couldn't tell by their username, but if that person is here tonight, I sincerely apologize. Or if you're watching on the replay, but we will be making sure to try to get a Monday video out. Outside of that, it's going to be a little wacky for a while, but we just ask everybody to roll with us, and we'll of course keep everyone up to date with everything going on. But I think that's going to do it for tonight. A lot of talk, you know, lots to talk about. Great show. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Really can't thank you guys enough. Definitely looking forward to the big Ronald McDonald charity auction. That's going to be a lot of fun, and we'll have our usual stuff going on here and there. So I think that's going to do it for us tonight, guys. Have a great weekend. Enjoy spending time off from work because I feel like that's what it's all about these days. And as always, don't stop shooting until you score. We'll see you all very soon.
Night, everyone.
Bye, everyone.